We're starting early. We're starting early. Yo. Oh, that. Look, just move all my shit out that we haven't unpacked, so I'm just gonna hide it. So I think all the clothes. Hold up. I think all the clothes, all the laundry. I'm just gonna hide this bad boy. Okay. Oh my god. But not COI. Oh shit, wait, where's Cammy? I don't know if Sunny, I don't know if Sunny's joining, Cammy's joining. I think both of them are on different time zones. Yo, what's up, guys? Hold up, hold up. Let me lower the brightness on my light. It's a little bit too bright. Yo, 7 damn months! Dude, thank you. I'm gonna just start recording right away. First of all, I got some fucking beef with Unhinged. This mother... By the way, Unknown, thank you for being a member for 7 months. This dude's like, bro, they also dropped the trailer for season 2. It's like, let's go. And then like, wait. It's Unhinged. He's joking me. He's trolling me, bro. Wait, Tom, I wasn't talking behind your back. I said if he's I was just asking if you're joining because I'm in a different time zone. Let's pull up the trailer. Hold up. Let's just get right into it. There's a new trailer. There's new news. Yeah, man, Unhinged fucking got me, man. I believe his ass. He's like, season 2 trailer came out. It's like, fuck it. They just released a season 2 trailer. This fucking lied to me. It's, dude, I swear, bro. For some reason, I didn't think it was... I didn't read Unhinged. I read a different name. That's the thing. I was like, he wouldn't lie to me. And it's like, oh shit, it's Unhinged. He does lie to me. Yeah, it's a special episode. It's a special episode. I got it right here. Oh, am I live? Oh, look at that. It says I'm live. Oh, I forgot to change my thumbnail. Look at that. But it says we're live. All right, here we go. All I know is Olger is in the thumbnail. Oh, no. If you guys want to join the best Discord server in the industry, link is in the description. Apparently, all I know is there's Olger walking through fire. I think I know what that's referring to, but we'll watch the trailer. Other than that, I don't know. So I already got my thumbnail ready. We're just putting Olger in the thumbnail. Did you read Unknown? I think, you know what? I think I read Unknown instead of Unhinged. I think that's what it was for. I'm like, Unknown wouldn't lie to me. And it's like, oh, fuck, it's Unhinged. He does lie to me. But just a guy who's the main trait. I know. I think I read Unknown instead of Unhinged. I was so mad when I was like, oh, fuck, it's Unhinged. He got me. He got me good, man. It's like I let my guard down. But here we go. Lord of the Mystery. Why is it specials? Hold up. My smartwatch just went off. Okay. Remember to check out the server iceberg later. Yes, we have an iceberg we're going to check out. Here we go. I am excited, bro. I forget. It's a specials because we're getting more than one episode, bro. Anime of the year. Dunkwa of the year again, guys. Are you guys ready? Wait. No. We need a filter. Shit. Hold up. Hard stop. We need a filter. We need to switch to my anime scene. I almost forgot. We need a filter. Shit. Wait. Dunghua onlys don't know what this area is called yet, so we can't say the name. Hold up. I'm actually gonna restart. I'm putting the volume all the way up on me. Woo! Let's fucking go. I'm sorry. I think audio's gonna be spiking. This looks so fucking good already. Oh my god. What is this? What the fuck is this song? Oh, I'm crying already. Derek? Is this after? Oh, it is after. Oh, I'm already crying. Oh, I gotta chill. Okay, they know it's... I was gonna say the other name, but yes, it is the City of Silver. I was gonna say, like, the other name you get later. Okay. I'm already crying. I'm a little sad we didn't see what that was in Season 1. Oh, dude, this looks better. Is it just me, or does this shit look better? You're right. Oh! Is he back? Quillingus? Is that Quillingus? MF, if you're doing a 1 hour, 30-minute video on 2-minute trailer again, I'm leaving. No. It's only gonna be an hour. Yeah, I was too hyped. I almost forgot the filter. So Quillingus is back? Well, not back. Oh shit, I'm about to pull a muscle in my jaw. Whoa, I gotta chill the fuck out. Creeping Hunger's back. One of the best items in the whole verse. Trust the process. Alger, one of the sexiest mans alive. Pirate battle already? I'm sorry. Was that Quillingus? I remember he had a golden eye with 4. Yeah. I'm sorry. No Shio? Creep. Dude, what the fuck was that? Ah! Elder Lovia's back? Right? Shit. Do we censor that? Do we blur that name? No. We got her name. Audrey? Alger? The dude? Quillingus? Quillingus is fighting the dude. Isaac just shows up at the end. Oh, what a fucking amazing ass character. Oh my god. He's like, you insignificant fucking swine. That's all it took. That's all it fucking took. I'm sorry, what is this? Fucking Chainsaw Man quoting it? Oh no, he did this. He didn't do this. He did this. Holy shit. She was so small you didn't even notice her. LMAO. The elder name was... Oh, nice spoiler. Okay, we will bleep that. We will bleep that. No. Should we bleep that? We'll bleep it. We'll actually catch Shio. Was Shio actually... Dude, Alger looks so fucking sick. So this is the thing you guys were sending in the Discord, right? I just saw this, but the GIF was reversed. He's like walking into the fire. Dude, this fucker, he is so excited to be here, man. Oh my goodness. I don't know. What is this boat fight? When does this happen? Is this when Quillingus is showing up to the harbor? Not that important, opinion, but up to you. And we're gonna show her name when she gets shown in the OVA right away. I'm too lazy. I'm too lazy to go back and blur it. Nah. So this is... Oh, you're right. She's right there. Dude, Shio is so fucking tiny. She is so fucking small. Look at... You can fucking barely see her. Oh, we forgot to put a filter. We forgot to put this filter. Shit. We forgot to put one little filter. We forgot to put this little bad boy. Usually things get picked up if it's like that in the middle. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, we'll upload it right away. If anything happens, we'll like redo it. Dude, this is so fucking good. So this is Fours. So this is Fours using a my god, can we like... Dude, what the fuck is this disgusting ass face Quillingus is doing? It's like he is so excited to like reach for them and kill them that he makes the weirdest, creepiest face I've ever fucking seen, bro. Look at Creeping Hunger. Oh my god. What was that little still shot right there? What was that? What is that? Oh, is that another eye? Oh, it's Elder. Is that Lovia? Red lips, silver hair. Just put it in post. I'm too lazy to put it in post. I'm too fucking lazy. I'll just fucking upload it as is, see what happens. Okay, they showed her. Oh, there it is. There it is. So this is her. I forget. She has silver hair, beautiful white glowing eyelashes. What the fuck is happening to her body? Quillingus does not get that close to them enough. Yeah, so this is what I was gonna say. Thank you for bringing that up, Crownish Pigeon. And the web novel, they are in different rooms. They are like across the street. Like Forz is in one side of a house, and then Quillingus is in the other house, and they're piercing in. And then when they catch his gaze, Forz immediately uses a mystical item that we won't say what it is until it's shown in the special episode. But she uses that special item to get the fuck out of here. Some guys in the Reddit said Quillingus' face is me reaching toward. All you motherfuckers be like this. If you saw Forz IRL, you'd be like, yo, man, that's gonna be some. That's, you know what? Hold on, too much. Though. I was gonna say that's gonna be some of you guys towards another very specific character. Wiz, is that the face Wiz makes? What do you mean Wiz remembers the novel? I remember the novel. I remember everything. It's not like I forgot everything. Oh shit, Milosh. I wrote Wiz. Wow, you wrote Wiz instead of Easy? Are you kidding? The betrayal. You know what, bro? He gets timed out for like a minute. I'm mad. How dare he? How dare he? He said Wiz instead of Easy. The betrayal. The OG versus the new guy on the block. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. Let me undo that. Dude, this is so hype. I forget. It is more than one episode. Oh my god, wait, hold up. I almost removed him. Wait, hold up. I'm clicking the wrong thing. How do I untime him out? I think it's a minute. It'll end right now. I'm sorry. That was a joke. I'm sorry. Dude, so it's more than one episode. So is it confirmed that each episode is like the same length as the regular episodes where they're like 45 minutes long? LOL. Also, holy delay. Yes, there is we are on normal latency because I realize stream has been crashing. Whoa, lag. Stream has been crashing every time we're on low latency. So I just have it on normal. 3 fucking episodes? I thought it was 2. I thought it was an episode on Derek in the City of Silver, and then the one on Quillingus. Don't know the length, but probably the same as episode 1. 4, 8, hold up, I can't do math. 4, 8, 12, 4, 8, hold up, my math's not... 100, we're getting 2 bonus hours? I am so fucking excited. Such a fucking good. Sorry, no, you're good. No, it's cool, man. I just see where your allegiance is, unknown. It's cool, bro. It's all right, man. I guess he has a favorite streamer. I guess I thought I was his favorite streamer. They added an episode, yeah, so probably for better pacing and adding some info. I like that. I think that's an amazing idea. Because if they're, you know what? I think that's a really good take that they're adding an episode. Because there was one big complaint. Season 1 was just too fucking rushed. They glossed through so much fucking, so much shit was just condensed into like a regular 12 episode format. So I feel like these 2 episodes were greenlit before they received the feedback like, oh, the episodes are too rushed. That's probably why, let's just do another episode. And that's probably why it's taken like a whole year. Because, right, isn't it like at this point, it takes like an entire year just to do one episode? You're lost, your best streamer title when you started mid-slave. Hey, that hurts my feelings, man. All right, man, I'm fucking pumped, man. This is gonna be another fucking anime of the year. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. We gotta go frame by frame. City of Silver, check. Lightning. This is different. There is a lot of verticality that I just did not know was in the series. Like I always thought City of Silver was like on a flat surface, and then you had like this little spire going up here that goes down into the dungeons or whatever. I never realized there's like this whole little bridge path right here or whatever. What do we see? There's 2 bones clashing, so that space-time Odyssey reference for people that know. The monkeys, the badoons in the beginning, when they create weapon out of bone for the first time, right? And then you see the monolith, right? You're my fave streamer, Easy. You're the one who does SS Shadow Slave. Sorry, don't mistake that for something else, people. I even asked ChatGPT, and only your name came up, nobody else. All right, I'll take it. What is this? What is this? What happens? Wow, look at this, bro. I'm sorry. I thought this was like a oil bin. I thought it was like a water reservoir for when it rains or some shit. What is this fucking song, bro? So this is after this scene that's happening. This is the first scene we ever see of Derek. He's doing something that results in him crying. Now this is the thing. I don't know what this bonfire looking thing is. Does anybody know what this is? There's a Spanish guy doing it. Oh yes. Amma talked about a Spanish guy that's also doing it. His views are popping off. We should have a discussion with him, and we'll just have Amma translate. What is this scene though, man? What is going on? I don't know what this bonfire is. Unknown. Dude, holy shit, dude. Thank you. Hey, I don't mean to time you out, brother. Dude, thank you, brother. You didn't have to do that, man. Thank you so much. I don't mean to time you out. That was a joke, by the way. Remember, Derek? Yeah, I hold it. We paused the video, so I know he had to kill his just regular bonfire. Remember, they have light every. Oh. That is a really good point, Cammy. You're right. They have bonfires everywhere because they just need it. If the lights go out, that is a spoiler that we won't get into. But yes, they need light. That makes sense. There's probably just bonfire. Like, yeah, there's shit lit up everywhere. Or he's Portuguese, I forgot. Okay. I'm sorry. Is this wheat? Is this ryegrass? This is it, right? Wow. Book reader. I'm looking at the color. Black wheat. Black leaves. And as a web novel reader, I get it. I understand the color. I fucking get it, bro. That is tight. What is this? Oh, dude, look at his arm shake. He's crying. What the fuck is this area? This isn't his house. I thought we were in his house. There's like an altar. Oh, is this a cross I see here? Oh, I know where he is. The grass they have over there. Yeah. Easy becoming the spoiler instead of the spoiled. No. I have the power to spoil. I have the power to spoil, but I shan't spoil the Dunkwa only people. I frequently check on YouTube for anyone even mentioning Shadow Slave. I hear a whiff and I'm there. Dude. Oh, this is him getting summoned for the first time when he goes above the Great Fog. Okay, after he chants and receives fucking Klein's summoning. All right, here we fucking go. He joins the Terror Club, which we saw in Volume 1. That's not a spoiler. What the fuck is this ass fuck? What is this imagery? This has to be Quillingus fighting another guy or pirate where the boats were shooting with the full crimson moon background. Yeah, okay, it is Quillingus. Quillingus is using Creeping Hunger on this poor bystander, but you know what? He is blessed. Yeah, that's exactly the spire. Thank you, Crownish Fish. Yeah, that's exactly where he is. We figured it out. Yeah, that's where he's at. Quillingus is doing his thing. Creeping Hunger is doing his thing. Alger, I'm sorry, Alger. Oh, Alger's the one on the boat. Oh, wait a minute. The boat, is Alger on the boat? Is that why all this fire is coming from? They're mixing things up. Alger's probably on the boat. Quillingus is probably on the other boat. Which, if I'm mistaken, that did not happen in a web novel. That has to be it. That has to be why he's in a boat on fire. I remember this character description. When Quillingus is using his, like, blank, he gets that little cat-like eye. I remember that. Wow, Force looks fucking beautiful. Dude, Shio looks so fucking tiny. She looks like a child. I'm sorry, how old is she? Isn't she like 21? Dude, she looks 12. Dude, that's such a creepy-ass face. Dude, I am so excited, dude. All right, I think that's it, bro. All right, well, we're not going to stall it and turn this shit into an hour-and-a-half video. Dragon Eye Easy, whole reason why he asked Audrey for her help, maybe it's a flashback. Maybe it's a flashback. I don't remember Alger being there. Yeah, Alger was never in it at that point. Maybe it is a flashback. Other than that, it could be how shit was mixed up. Like in the Dunkwa, Alger was on the boat fighting the Rampager, right? And in the web novel, it was technically just old Neil. So it's like, we know they mix things up, right? Like, it's kind of hard to just do web novel to adaptation or like a book to movie. Like, the screenplays are usually different. So I assume like they have to move some things around, right? Maybe it's an Oliver flashback. I don't remember him even finding it. Yeah, like he does not even show up. Like, there. She was barely above 5 feet. I think, damn, okay. You mean Leonard. Sorry. I'm mixing up names. I even said Leonard. I'm sorry. That was an older pronunciation. It's Leonard. Oliver did not fight the Rampager, bro. You're right. Sorry. Leonard. Tongue twister. Oh, you see, look. Once a Badoon, always a Badoon. Dude, Lovia is looking fucking breathtaking. Look at this fucking knight she's summoning behind her. Holy shit. This thing is fucking huge. Isn't she like not even the size of the sword? Jeez, dude. Oh, that makes sense why it's huge. I get it. I read the book. I know why it's so big. Leonardo. Biggest mistake is checking LOTM map at the start. Do not look at a map. Yeah. Do you guys don't want to get spoiled? Do not look at the map. If you look at the map, you're just asking to be spoiled. And that's only... Oh, I'm already saying too much. Just don't look at a map. Just experience it. Just experience it. You know, the natural way. Yo, what was that? Was that Audrey? Oh, I didn't even realize Audrey was in the trailer. Is that Audrey or she? Oh, yeah, it's Audrey. Audrey, first Terror Club member, second Terror Club member, and then he showed Derek? No, this is not Derek. This big-ass chubby dude is not Derek. But he is fighting Quillingus. All right, that's it. Quick plug. For people that cannot wait. Hold up, we got to show it. Hold on, guys. We got to show it. We need one quick plug. This is going to be our little plug at the end, and then we're going to finish. We're going to finish this up. Wow, Steam controller videos are out. That sounds kind of hype. Let me go on here. Oh my god, thank you guys. So many of you guys joined already. One sec. Let me just pull this up.
Amari lost.
I sound so bad. Let me just scroll down here a little bit. Oh, I'm already in volume 2. Don't want to do that.
We're just skipping the...
Okay. Yeah, so for people that, you know, don't want to wait... Look. Just a little plug. We have done a full reaction, brothers and sisters. You just came here? Amen. Praise the fool. We have over... Wow, my voice cracked. We have over 213 episodes, videos, ranging in the hours, hundreds upon hours worth of reactions. We have reacted to every single damn Lord of the Mysteries chapter. I'm just saying, if you guys don't want to wait, the videos start off a little scuffed. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know how to do the YouTube thing back in the day, but we got every single video, brothers and sisters. All right.
However,
yeah, the videos were a little bit scuffed. Look, we even updated the thumbnails so they look a little bit more appeasing to you guys. Look, just giving you a little peek. After this, we do a trailer react. We do our first, going down memory lane. We do our first book discussion with the one and only Anime Wiz. This was a little bit janky because we didn't have it set up. But we even do this is remember back in the day, guys, when we would do our notes, but we did not have the fucking time. We do not have the time or manpower to do notes again. So we kind of just fucking winged it. Said fuck it. Well, for people that don't want to wait, here it is. Look. If you go down my videos, a large blank. And for people that don't want to wait, just scroll down to our 39th video. And that's where volume 2 starts, brothers and sisters. Chapter 214. That being said, I'm going to let you guys go. If you like when you want to see more, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And what? And I'll see you guys all very, very soon. Wait, I'm sorry. When does, I'm sorry. Wait. I'm stalling. When do the OVAs come out? Do we know when they come out? Do we know? 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 My favorite volume. I don't know if that's a spoiler, because then we're talking about Dunko only last week. Oh, June, bro, brothers, that's in 2 fucking months. That is 2 months. My favorite volume is a future volume. I'll leave it at that. If you like what you see, want to see more, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we have a whole fucking playlist for people that don't want to wait. Hold up, you might have to wait. You know what? You might have to go back and just watch the ending of Volume 1 because they kind of skip some stuff from the specials, clearly. But if you just want to jump straight into Volume 2, it's right down there. All right, peace. Have an amazing, beautiful day. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. No, I'm sorry. 2 months. And then we read it. He read UK's message that got deleted, but not mine. That pinged him, bro. I can't with this yet. What do you mean? What do you mean? Ask people to come to you. Oh, wait. We're still recording. We are still recording. I got you, Cammy. I got you, brothers and sisters. Okay. And for people that want to go even more into the future, for people that want to go beyond into the future, we'll do it again on, we'll try again on Sunday. Sorry, Kevin, my bad. We'll try again on Sunday. For people that want to tune in to a COI reaction on the web novel, I don't want to tell you guys the full title in case that's a spoiler. But Lord of the Mysteries has a sequel. There's a book 2. Lord of the Mysteries is only book 1 of book 2, right? Book 1 is 1,400 chapters, and book 2 is another 1,000 chapters. But if you guys want to tune into that, we will be reacting to that over the weekend, sometime in the weekend. My time, midday Saturday or early Sunday to midday Sunday. That being said, like, comment, sub. Check the live stream section, and this should be up sometime by Friday. Peace. Have an amazing day. Later, guys. Love you all. All right, I think that's it. That's it. Yeah, we're good. Cammy, LOL. What political situation is there to block the dub? He read, we have a blocked dub. What blocked dub? Is COI finished? I haven't. Yeah, no, COI is finished. Greg. Yeah, it's over. It was 1,000 chapters. It was only 1,000 chapters, and then it ended. Should we save the iceberg for after? Friday is too far. I can't fucking wait. No. We just did the react. Let me upload the react because I already have my thumbnail. I'm on it. I did my thumbnail. Server iceberg time then. Okay, it's in general. Okay. We'll do the iceberg, and then we'll do that. Easy. Did you see German Shadow Sleep? But man, I'm so fucking jealous. I am so jealous. Yeah, I saw it. You guys want to do you guys want to go over the German version before we read volume 3? That can be you know what? We can do that. That can be that honestly. Get Out. That's a good video we should do. Whoa, shit. Muscle memory. I was typing Shadow Slave. It's the Lord of the Mysteries. Lord of Mysteries. Sorry, Dunkwa. Lord of Mysteries. Oh my god. Lord of Mysteries. Specials. Trailer 3. Full reaction. And let's do a breakdown. We'll add breakdown. Hold up. I don't want to copy Adam, because I know Adam usually does reaction / breakdown. So I'm gonna title it a little bit differently. I'm not gonna steal his thunder. We're gonna type full reaction and breakdown. So it's different. It's different. Once again, reading every message but mine. Damn, his brain shadow banned me. No, what do you mean? I just read it. Oh wait, hold up. I'm updating. I'm putting this on the bottom. I got it. LOTM IP rep said last Wednesday that they won't do a Japanese dub under current political. What the what? What current political situation is there? Who? There's somebody else that I kept missing their messages, and I know they got upset. Who was it? Oh man, there's somebody else that I would always accidentally gloss over the messages, and they were kind of upset. I'm like, I'm sorry. All right, let me just put this. And we're done. We can do the iceberg. And then we'll do the volume 3. I mean, we'll do the German book cover. Just so I can go over it with you guys. They have historical beef since forever, but recently new tensions started when Japan Prime Minister talked about Taiwan last year. If Nagito, maybe. If I remember, oh, Nagito. You're right. I think it was Nagito. Taiwan. Taiwan. What would Taiwan do? I'm sorry. Didn't Taiwan attack someone or was attacked by someone? And then that I'm thinking of somebody else. Thailand? Taiwan? I think it's something Thai. No, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I'm not a political dude. I don't know this shit. Well, I say I don't know this shit. I don't cover it on the YouTube. I deal with that IRL. I don't want to deal with that shit on YouTube. I'm here to have fun on YouTube. Historical beef and it's just Japan. Oh, that's sad. Well, I guess we're not getting a dub. I would have loved to have watched a dub. China wants to take back Taiwan and its territory since forever, but Japan has a defensive pact with them and the US, so they said that if China attacks them, they'll enter the war with the US. This is the only thing in which I was okay with the Chinese stuff, but still big L for no Japanese. So it's insane, bro. How like shit, I'm getting political. It's insane how there are people of power that just want to use their political power to gain more land, unrightfully so, rightfully so, depending on your political. Already vague enough. Is we live in such a fucked up world. It's crazy, and it's weird, bro. It's like. It's so fucking sad. But then it's like, if you just ignore and ignorant is bliss, you don't know about this shit, you live in this beautiful, happy life where you just don't know what's going on around you. But then once you start what's going on around you in, in the real world, you're just like, damn, just fucked up. And that's me being vague. So you interpret that however you want. I am zero politics. We're gonna politics are wrapped up after this. Once we do the iceberg and all that, we're done. We're done with politics. During World War, this is the last thing I'll read, Fools. I got you. Don't want to cause any strife with people, so we'll leave it after this. During World War II, Japan attacked Taiwan. Yes, I remember that. Which was Chinese territory. I remember that. Which was Chinese territory. After the war, it was given back to China, but they disputed over which government is in charge of Japan, so wants to control. Yeah, I remember a lot of that. There was a lot of tensions during the war and this and that. I mean, even to this day, there still is. But then there's an entire Genshin expansion based on Japan that got scrapped. A convention banning all JP works and JP cosplayers and more. Our brothers and sisters, if I were here not to dig into political shit. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're done. All right. Hard stop. No, well, this wasn't political. This was like an informational segment. We're not over here like other certain political YouTubers. I've had it with these damn we're not doing that. Oh, not Genshin Honkai Star Rail. All right, okay, we're good. We're done. I think we're chill. That was good. All right, let me close this. Let's pull up the iceberg. Iceberg. Milosh said it is in general. I'm sorry for people that want Shadow Slave. We'll probably do it in like 15-20 minutes, roughly. First easy, Ben. All right. Milosh, can you tag me? Oh, it's right here. All right. Before we continue, let me put some calming music. Let's just play Olomir. All right. The one and only Milosh has posted. I cannot fucking speak. He has poised. I fucking said it again. Milosh has posted an iceberg for our beautiful, amazing Discord server. And don't forget, he did the 1-year anniversary picture on the Discord server. But here it is. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't even remember when our Discord server turns 2 years. So if you would like to do another artwork for the 2-year anniversary, let me know, brother. But here it is. Just gonna resend this here so Easy can find it later. Yeah, how do you know I wasn't gonna be able to find it? All right, this is our iceberg. Let's go. I assume we start at the top. Why'd I read Daddy? What the fuck? We're gonna start at the top, and then we're gonna end at the bottom. I read one thing earlier, and I'm like, what does that mean? All right, here we go. You guys ready? All right, in November. So our 2-year anniversary is in November. So if you guys are excited for that, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. So we have clips. Check. We have the Badoon. Ooh, that is a classic. We have always been a Badoon. We have always had some clips out of context. The missus has had some questions like, what does this mean, Easy? It's just a clip. It's out of context. So, good excuse. Next, we have the stalling. That is like the salt. That is the seasoning of this YouTube channel. Oh, look for people waiting for Shadow Slave. You guys are getting the first-hand experience of the Lord of the Mysteries web novel reacts. The stalling. Some people were getting mad. Some people liked it because they thought it was fun. But this, you know, it's part of the channel. A little bit of stalling. So the top 3 checks perfectly. The Balding Mouse family, Baldoony Mouse family. We had a bald family. Still stalling the Audrey cosplay. We will eventually get to it during the full movie. Don't worry. When we go to the theaters and we react, we're gonna have it all there. Trust. We'll do it one day. We'll do it one day. I got you guys. I didn't. Sea Dog VA used to have like a lot of cosplay streams, right? That was a thing. I'm down for that. Next, the witch trials. This is really high up in Iceberg. Don't get mad. I don't remember what this is. That's some stuff they did in Discord. Witch trials, I do not remember what that is. I'll be honest. I don't remember what witch trials are. I don't remember what this is. Okay, so this was part of the Discord. Last year, I have not been as active on the Discord as I should be, you know? As the founder of the Discord, I should be more involved, but I am not. Daddy DSV. I know who DSV is. He's a homie. I don't know about Daddy DSV. I don't know what's the context behind here. I remember the good person polls. We have had some polls on some maybe not so good person-y vibed people. So we have a good person poll to see if they are a good person or not. I don't expect you to get anything below the top. You think I'm not gonna understand none of this down here? I'm gonna get all of it. The Auntie Trio. I don't know what's the Auntie Trio. Damn, this is a really good. The iceberg is so strong that not even I know it, you know? The triple coin flip. Again, the iceberg is so strong. I feel like all this should be down here, you know? Down here. I feel like we should just have stalling, badooning, and clips at the top. All this should be down here. Triple coin flip. Clone of a clone. Again, I don't know what this is. What the fuck? The bone truck. When do we have a bone truck? Gambling. You know what? We have done gambling on the Discord, but we have had safe, ethical gambling that involves fishing, right? You guys would gamble with all the fishing stuff on the Discord at one point, right? That's what it was. Den. Remind me. Prison. Remind me. Den in prison? I know, bro. I got spoiled on done 10 minutes before watching the finale. Oh, no. Really? Bone Truck is a love having a bug on stream that changed his name to Bone Truck. Oh. Okay. I'm back. Had to do some chores. And unhingement. I'm still mad at you. I believed you. I believed you and said, oh man, the season 2 trailer, man, they fucking dropped that shit too. I'm still mad about that. I'm upset that I fell for that. Gambling Den is one. Oh, Gambling Den is one thing together. I'm so dumb. Of course that's one thing together. I'm sorry, that was engagement bait. The Gambling Den. Then we had prison. I don't remember. Oh wait, we would time out people. We'd send them to prison, correct? I remember that. A war with another server. I am sorry. I have never had war with another server. You guys have. Wait, you know what? Wiz, this might be yeah, no, wait, yeah. I believe we've had a war with Wiz's server. Daria's server, some people be talking smack in that server. I be seeing that shit. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna keep a tight lip. I ain't saying shit. But I see y'all, bro. I see you guys might be saying some mean shit. I see it. So you know what? We've had war with Wiz's server. We've had war recently with Daria's server. Milosh, we might have to add this now. It's a little bit too recent, but we're having a little civil war between the Shadow Slave community and the Lord of the Mysteries community in our Discord server. So I hope, as you know, the founder, we have brought about a peace treaty Where we shall live in harmony. And there said nothing. Different server from Wiz and Darius. Oh no, what the fuck? I'm sorry. Who did we have? I'm sorry. We had a war with another server? Who? Give me names. I'll take them to the alley out back. Well, fucking, I'm gonna fucking bust out the fucking luck enchantment ritual. I'm gonna hit them with some little ailments here and there, you know, a little curse, you know, based on Lord of the Mysteries, you know, or the blood blossom curse, or the blood blossom poisoning from Shadowslave, you know. But hey, in Minecraft, I don't know what server we had a war with then. I don't know about this. Audrey cosplay, correct? We have had a cold war with another server. Oh, okay. I was about to go gun blazing, bro. I was about to spill the fucking tea. I was about to pull up the DMs, bro. Some drama over here, but I'll save that for another day. IDK OG said someone insulted us and we were invaded. OG said that? Ah, okay. Prison. Monster Girl era. I didn't have a Monster Girl era. My only Monster Girl era was watching Monster Musume like 10 years ago. All right, that is my Monster Girl era. I saw the Snake Girl, I saw the Spider Girl, the Horse Girl. I saw them all. The Slime Girl, I saw them all. That was a weird era, but I watched that anime. I watched the Monster Musume, so that was my Monster Girl era. But that's definitely I'm not Cap. I'm telling you the truth. But that's definitely not my Discord era. No man's girlfriend has a harem. My brother's girlfriend has a harem. We don't have to get into that. That sounds like a personal thing between them. E-girl username. I'm sorry. I believe I remember one of you dudes in our Discord was DMing me at a one point, and then I looked it up. I'm sorry. I was like, is this a woman? I'm not talking to no woman. It's like, Mrs. Look, this is a dude. And she's like, oh, why are you talking to? You know what? You guys got me in fucking trouble with this shit. One of you motherfuckers that is a dude went into your e-girl era, changed her whole shit to e-girl description. And my girl got mad at me. She's like, who the fuck is this? Is like you. And I was like, you really think I am talking to like a K-pop idol looking chick? I was like, that is a man disguised as an e-girl. I never told you guys that. Y'all motherfuckers got me in trouble for that. Y'all motherfuckers got me in trouble for that shit. It's like, you be talking to this bitch a lot. It's like, hey, hold up. That is a man, first of all. And he is in his e-girl era. It's like, what the fuck is an e-girl? Like... Motherfuckers, that shit was funny, man. That happened so long ago. I forgot about that, bro. Audrey cosplay is happening. Doesn't need to be down on iceberg. That should be up here. It's gonna happen one day. It's gonna happen. But we read this. Miki. I don't know what is Miki. We had an old music thread that we just stopped using. I remember that. We had a music thread when we were doing our LOTM reacts, but then we kind of just stopped. We know Mrs. helps you in Wordle. She does not help me in Wordle. She gets them wrong. So she doesn't help me anymore, okay? She'd be wasting my moves. She'd be wasting... Japan trip. Japan, bro, I had the best 2 weeks of my life in Japan, bro. You guys have no idea how excited I was when I said, fuck it. I dropped everything that I was doing. Originally, I was going to go with 3 to 4. Oh, I almost said names. I was going to go with 1, 2, 3. It was originally going to be 4 of us. We all couldn't organize our schedule. So I was like, are we really not going to Japan anymore? With another old friend of mine, really good friend. And he's like, no, man, we can't make it happen. I was like, all right, fuck. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going by myself. And then I didn't peer pressure him. He said yes. I convinced a friend of mine to come along with me, and then 2 more people tagged along. And man, it was like the best 2 weeks of my life. I'm sorry, this is a little side tangent. We went Kyoto, and we did the Inari Shrine. I got some beef with all these fucking social media influencers. When you go to the Torii gates, you know what I'm talking about. Kyoto, look it up. Kyoto Inari Shrine. Red gates. There's a picture everybody posts where they're like surrounded by like dozens of Torii gates. My brothers and sisters, that is like the biggest social media lie of all time. No, it's not really a lie, but like people are like, oh my god, we went to the Inari Shrine. You didn't go to it. You went to the summit. You went to the base of the Inari Shrine. You liars were at the bottom of the mountain. I went all the way up. I got there at like 5:30 in the morning, bro. We got to the bottom. I was like, oh wow, that's the picture everybody takes. We went all the way up to the fucking mountain, bro. We took a rest point. We took a little break at like the halfway point when the sun came out. And guys, like, you know how cloudy it is sometimes in the morning, right? Because it's still kind of night. And then like the sun comes in, bro. I think I dream about this shit sometimes. Sorry, I'm going on a tangent. This is a really big iceberg. But like the sun came out and bro, Kyoto had this like beautiful like golden like sunrise. Like it was like literally the land of fire. Like bro, it was the most beautiful thing I've ever looked at. And like we're just looking at like all of Kyoto surrounded by mountains, and it's like this beautiful golden sunrise. And bro, me and my friends, we just sat there for like 5 minutes in quiet. We didn't even say anything. I took off my earbuds. I'm just looking at it. I'm like, wow. I was like, I can't believe I traveled halfway across the world. Yeah, dude, I have a shit ton of photos. I'll show you guys. My vlogs were kind of iffy. I kind of want to put together one big vlog and just everything I've recorded, put all together and see how my editing has advanced. But bro, and then we went all the way to the top of the shrine and it started fucking snowing, bro. We looked at the Inari Shrine, all the little snowflakes are coming down, and it was literally just me and my friends and like these two like old couples, bro. And it was like the most beautiful, like life fulfilling experience ever, bro. Like I had this like weird like feeling in my heart, and I felt so humbled, bro, like being here. And then I went down, crowded as fuck, bro. It was like the 9 a.m. crowd. Fucking everybody was there. And then everybody's taking their pictures in front of the Inari Shrine. It's like, you guys aren't even gonna do the hike. We did the whole hike with 2 old people. Sorry, big side tangent. And then at the end of the Japan trip, I literally started live streaming in Kabuchiko, like the red light district. And I was like, wait, I can't show this part of the live stream. Hold on, I gotta have my phone. So if you guys like to see that, just scroll down. Or we have a Japan playlist. That one Feng Yuan fan. Feng Yuan is Reverend Insanity. I don't know who's this one Feng Yuan fan. I think we're gonna wrap it up. I'm going really quickly. Mr. A's Broken Promise. I remember his Broken Promise. Pregnant Easy Geeky Comic. Oh, I said what the fuck was that? I remember now. You guys did make a comment. That was some cursed shit. If you guys have it, we don't talk about the Feng Yuan fan. That's why he's so low. I'm sorry, there's something even lower than that. I remember the Pregnant Easy comment. That was some cursed shit. It was when I had like the long hair from the Mr. A. Yeah, Mr. A era. Wait, oh, Mrs. A. Romero and Ama Blood Pact. They did a Blood Pact. I did not know that. There was a Terraria incident. I've wanted to play Terraria, but I know about the Feng Yuan Reddit guy, but not the Discord one. I'm sorry. Then that involved us. Did we offend the Feng Yuan fan? I thought the Feng Yuan fans love me. I did a few videos. Purple Chan. Purple Chan takes me back. That was a username, right? I haven't seen that name in a while. And for the bottom of the the greatest estate developer winning the poll. Bro, Milosh, bro, that won the poll a year and a half ago. That won the poll at not this January 2026. We did a poll like what manga should I read like once a month or something. And that shit won the poll January of 2025. And we've done like 7 chapters. I am sorry. But that is our beautiful Discord iceberg. All right. Thank you to the one and only Milosh. Thank you for posting that. That was a fun trip. He just saw Daddy written in the iceberg and got confused. Yeah, what the fuck, man? Bald Oni Mouse family. Does that involve the Wiz gif where you guys gave him also a buzz cut? Does that have something to do with that? Yeah. But look, we got beef with these servers. I'll show you right now. General. We got beef with this server. All right. But we love them. We love them. We love them. Do we have beef with this server? And we got beef with this server. Look, they're over here talking. They don't even know I'm watching. We got beef with this server too. No, I'm kidding. It's all the same people chatting and talking. We love you all. All right, peace. Have an amazing, beautiful day. Thank you for the beautiful iceberg, Milosh. That was a fun trip down memory lane. All right, later, guys. All right, I think that's it. That's it, right? Shall I save artwork? What the fuck? God damn. Motherfucker has like the perkiest little shit. Who in the world is Wiz? That's what I said, man. That's what I said. Oh my god. Damn, this is crazy. Wait, hold up. Let me get the Shadow Slave music now. Before we start volume 3. Wow. Damn. You guys are really getting the stalling experience, huh? I don't think we're actually reading Shadow Slave until 1 hour live. I'm sorry. You guys are going to have to wait just a little bit more. I'm sorry. This is going to be our last video. This is our last video before we start Shadow Slave. Man, you guys are getting the good. Man, you guys are getting the good stalling treatment. I'm sorry. I'm just having fun chatting with you guys. But don't worry. We're going to read it. Let me just get the Shadow Slave music. Last thing, if you guys have a picture of the full book, please send it. I know these are illustrations, but you guys have a picture of the actual book, let me know. Send it. So before we start, quick plug. We have finally reacted to all of volume 1. That is this book, right? For people that can read German, you guys got the full German name. Shadow Slave Volume 1 title. In English, we won't do it just yet. But, bro, it's... I am so jealous, bro. It is insane how fucking impressive the book cover is for Shadow Slave in German. It's like, I have no problems with the English one. I think the English one is cool. Sure, it might look a little weird and not wonky, but like maybe Sunny looks a little bit too rigid because he's kind of just standing like this with his sword, right? With his long katana. And like, yeah, maybe we could have done more with it. And bro, this is literally what we could have done more with it. So Child of Shadow is Kinderskatten. Got it. Thank you. It is just insane how good. Look at the fucking book cover. This is the book cover for volume 1. I'm sorry. And then back then, the katana he got, I thought it was like a small katana. But no, it's a big katana. Check General. Man, I ain't falling for that shit on Hinge. You got me. I'm still mad at you from the other day. Oh man, they put the volume 2 the season 2 trailer for Lord of Mysteries. Get over here. I ain't checking shit. I thought somebody else needs to check it. So this is the volume 1 cover. This is good. Look, you can see him. Wait, hold up. For people that I guess haven't read it, this is a very common area that he will be attending a lot. I put the link in the SS General. Got it. Scroll down. Oh, I'm in COI General. This is it. This is so good. The German publication Shadow Slave is now accepting pre-orders. I'm gonna pre-order it. As an American, I want to import my German copy of this book, so I think we're gonna do it. I don't recommend you watch it though. He did send something in general. I'm on 29. Wow. All right. So this is the volume 1 cover. Let me go back to the artwork, bro. Like, dude, just look at the illustrations. This is insane, bro. Like, Lord of the Mysteries has some really good illustrations, but like, dude, imagine. Oh, so I know this is a slipcover because it's a hardcover edition. What I'm hoping the English, Yuan, they liked my tweet. Okay, I posted like, hey man, I like the volume 1 hardcover illustration for the English version, but it'd be really cool if you guys add like a reversible slip and then this is on the reverse side. I'd really like that. They liked it, so hey man, if they do it, you can thank me. Remember, if this is a reversible cover for the English side, you guys better thank me because they liked my comment. And if they don't blame me. It's life or death. Thank you. Enjoy the streams, dude. Thank you. And this is the actual, like, when you remove the slipcover, this is the hardcover front cover, and then this is the back. Dude, Sunny looks impressive, bro. Bro, like, look at this, bro. This illustrator is so fucking talented. I think what I really like about this illustrator, if I'm not mistaken, this person was originally doing fan arts, and then they got hired for actual official artwork, correct? I think most of us, if not all of us, are cut up to date. Wow, you guys are all cut up. So this person was originally doing fan art, and then they got commissioned for official fan work. I mean, for official artwork for the hardcovers. Like, look at this, bro. Like, this is from his first Nightmare. Look at this shit. So this is when they respond. Wait a minute. Is this what I think it is, responding to his plea for help? Is that what this shit is? Book cover? Wow. Dude, like, look at this shit, bro. And what I like about this, it's very abstract, right? Like, it's like there's like realistic painting or something like that, like realistic, well, yeah, realistic realism. But then there's also like abstract painting, watercolor painting. I like this. I like how everything feels so fluid. And then it's like they get all the details right here on their faces, and then like you can see the fucking tree right here. This shit is so good. Sunny the Altar is something I've been waiting to see for so long. Yeah, man, this is impressive as fuck. And look how different he looks right here in his first Nightmare. He's still chained up, is he? Oh no, this is the altar. And this, I don't know what this is. I assume this is Sunny looking at the egg while we stay vague. Bro, what in the Shadow Slave Nightmare looking shit is this? This is the Mountain King, right? When he got Bloodweave. This is a Carapace Scavenger. This is one of the this is so... I originally looked at this shit on my phone, bro. Yeah, so this is the Mountain King. This is my first time, I think, looking at it on PC, if I'm not mistaken. This shit is insane, dude. What in the fucking spell, bro? This is the shit I originally thought we were finding some like tiny ass shit, even though you rated it yes they're big, right? I didn't think they were looking this fucking grotesque, bro. Oh, you can see how there's no water. The Black Sea hasn't even descended yet. It's gone. I mean, it has. Yeah, it's still gone. And that is cool. I see it, bro. What the fuck is this? This is the metal Carapace Scavenger, right? This is the. Wait. So this is a regular Carapace Scavenger that we fight. This is the leveled up version that we fight. No. This is the one that was protected. How do you even fight that, bro? How do you fight this? It's crazy. And it's just so impressive how the German editions just look incredible, bro. Like, wow. Oh, the golden string. The golden rope. It's the Carapace Centurion. Carapace Scavenger and Carapace Centurion. You guys got it. Sunny looking dripped out right here. I love it. I am so excited. Oh, yeah, we did look at it. Yeah, let's see. I looked at this shit on my phone. This is insane, man. Oh, spoilers for people not reading book 2. You don't know, you're just trying to guess. Let me see if I can just pull up the book cover. One sec. And then we will officially start volume 3. And before we start volume 3, let me look at my phone. I think the missus is going to call me any minute now. All right? So just if the missus calls me, we're going to take a 5-minute break. And then we'll start. Shadow Slave German book. Okay, I found this version. But look at this, man. Look how impressive this looks. I've always found it weird how there's like people that have book collections like, oh, this is my English edition. This is like my Europe edition, my EU edition, and there's like my NA edition. Like, I was watching a few Brandon Sanderson videos because that's currently what I've been reading. That's kind of really got me into it recently, away from the stuff we do on YouTube. So I've been reading Brandon Sanderson books, and I'm noticing there's like different editions for like EU and here in the States, right? And I was like, why are you collecting 2 editions? Just get the one you read. But I get it, bro. I fucking get it. Just for reading experience, not writing. It's like you weren't kidding with the stalling today. You guys got a first-hand experience, man. All right, we're done though after this. After this, we're starting. Volume 3 is so underrated. I hope Easy will enjoy it like I did. I'm excited. I don't expect Volume 3 to be as such of a crazy start like the ending of Volume 2 or even Forgotten Shore. I feel it's going to be like a slow burn back at the Awakened Academy, and then we got to build up to it. So we'll see what happens. But I'm fucking ready, bro. I think I'm pre-ordering German, man. Long story short, I am pre-ordering the German book. I'm going to be collecting the English editions to read, and I am going to be collecting the German editions just for the art. Unless all this is included in the English one, and this, like, as long as the English version gives me this as a reversible flip or some shit, I'm okay. I won't be mad. But, like, dude, come on. Fuck. They got it good, bro. They got it fucking good. I am so fucking jealous. All right. Peace. Have an amazing day. Oh, all right. And for people that don't know, we have I think I said at the beginning of the video, we have reacted to all of Volume 1, Volume 2. It's on the channel. Check the playlists. And I'll see you guys soon. Later, guys. We should get Wiz to read Shadow Slave, but start with Volume 11 and work backwards. Knowing him, I feel like he'd be down to do that. All right. The stalling is over. We are going to read in less than 5 minutes. When the hour rounds out, we will be reading. Let me just make my video reaction public, and we'll start. And then we start, okay? We're done. We're done. Now, we only read Shadow Slave for like the next 2 hours. So if you guys are ready, I'm going to just call the missus early. Talk to her. She's calling me. All right. Sorry. Back in 5 minutes as I'm uploading all this. I'm muted. I was muted the whole fucking time. I'm so sorry. Check. We are done. We have talked to the missus. For people that have never watched Fate, this is Ren Tosaka. Look at that, muted. We got it. That is Ren Tosaka. If you guys haven't watched Fate Stay Night, the one homework I will give you guys, go watch Fate Stay Night. Start with Fate Zero. This is your homework. Watch Fate Zero. After Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Work. Once you're done watching Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Work, you watch the third route. You don't have to watch Fate Stay Night. You don't have to watch that edition. Just watch Unlimited Blade Work. It adapts the second route. After you're done watching Fate Stay Night, then you watch Fate Stay Night Heaven's Field. That is the third route. Then you're done. That is the Fate Zero Fate Stay Night experience. All right, let's get everything ready. As I was saying when I was muted, I'm not showing my screen. Oh shit! Okay, we're not. We can't show our files, bro. Hold up. We can't show our files, bro. That's where all the personal info is. We got to be careful. I got a little too excited. For a second, I thought I didn't change scenes. Let me open up my notepad. Face sounds like so much work. No. Okay, hold up. I made that sound overwhelming. Just watch Fate Zero. Fate Zero is just the anime. That's it. Fate Zero. That is the main series to watch. Once you're done watching Fate Zero, if you want to watch more, you watch Fate Stay Night. That is literally just season 2. Fate Stay Night, Fate Zero is the same shit. Just watch Fate Zero. It takes place before. It's like, imagine Shadow Slave 2. You watch Shadow Slave and then you watch Shadow Slave 2. It's that simple. Fate Zero, if you like it, you watch more. If you don't like it after Fate Zero, that's it. But watch Fate Zero. That shit goes fucking hard. Here we go, man. Volume fucking 3. I'm fucking ready, man. I'm fucking pumped. All right, we got it here. Once again. Dude, you guys don't even know. I know it all, bro. Look, Greg, bro, that's like a Fate iceberg. You watch Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night. Then there's David's productions on Fate Stay Night, the original one. Then you had Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Work, second route, Fate Stay Night Heaven's Field. Then you got Fate Apocrypha, Fate Strange Fake. Then you got Fate. There's so many. It's all connected. In alternate timelines. It's fucking beautiful. It's amazing. It's beautiful. They should be 40K. That should be 40K chapters long. You could have used LTM and COI to refer. Yeah, I didn't want to use that as a reference just in case people didn't know. 700 left is terrifying. All right, here we go. I'm gonna pop out chat, point it down here. Are you guys look, to show you guys that we're done with stalling? Wow, we stalled for an hour and 10 minutes. To show you guys that we are done with the stalling, we're just hitting recording today on this beautiful, glorious, heavenly day. We are beginning volume 3. So I don't know what volume 3 is going to be called, or I don't know what the next arc is called. The only thing I know as we bring up the... Oh, no, we just switched to full cam. The only thing I know is the next few biomes. There is a... One sec. Turn on the fan art. There is an Antarctica biome, and then there is a deserty biome with a pyramid. That's all I know. And I have looked at fan art in the past before I even really got into Shadow Slave. So I feel like I've seen more artwork, but I don't think it's spoilers. Just character art on like Sunny. So I think we're good. And like some Cassie artwork maybe. But I hope you guys are fucking ready, man. We are starting volume 3, dude. Oh shit! It's gonna be fucking good, dude. It's gonna be fucking legendary. Wait for it. Dairy. Those are spoilers. We won't read them. Oh, and also, wait, hold up. For people tuning in for the first time, try to not do spoilers. If it's an accidental one, I guess cool. That's chill. But just try and be careful. I know when we were reading Lord of the Mysteries, we had a lot of people that were very, very excited, and they'd start pointing spoilers. And look, I necessarily don't always read chat, and I don't mean as like I'm not reading your guys' messages because I'm unthankful or whatever. I'm thankful for all the beautiful messages. Bro, we started at like 1 follower, 2 followers, and it took us so long to get where we are. This is our 2nd year doing YouTube. But so I do read chat, but I try to not read too much in case of spoilers, so we'll just be careful, you know? And if your message gets unsent because it is a direct spoiler or an indirect spoiler, it's okay. Don't take offense. We just, better safe than sorry. But here we go, bro. Volume 3, Forgotten Shore 2, Forgotten Shore Epilogue. Dude, I'm about to cry already. God damn, man. I can't believe Nephis fucking knows his true name. Dude, it's like, what the fuck? And the thing is, I didn't even talk about this when we finished it. Now that, like, I need to ramble for another minute or two. Now that, like, Nephis is Sunny's master, Sunny doesn't have to hide it anymore, right? Like, he can be like, yeah, man, my fucking true name is Lost from Light, motherfuckers. And he's like, I'm fucking stronger than you. I'm better than you. And then he doesn't have to worry about, like, succumbing to them and being their slave because Nephis already did that for him. And damn, I do not hate Cassie. There's some people that hate Cassie for that. I don't think I can necessarily hate her because, like, she cares for Sunny, but she also cares for Nephis just as much, if not even more, because that is her friend. Like, she has been with her since the beginning, always protecting her. And I can see how, like, when it comes to choosing sides, it's like, she's with her. Thank you for subscribing, by the way. It's like, I'm not gonna hate her. I can see it come to a point now where, like, Sunny finally reveals, like, yeah, I have a real name, Lost from Night. I can see him. What if Nephis dies? I don't want to read I want to read the rest. I know what you're gonna say though. What if Nephis dies? Does that void his like master slave contract? I don't think it necessarily does, because at no point did the spell put like a fine description where it says like, upon your master's death, a new master can take its place. At no point has that been said, right? So the way I interpreted it, there can't be more than one. Like if she were to die, like that's it. Lost from Night, my bad. You mean Lost from Height? Geeky is media literate. Finally, at least someone is. Oh, I'm sorry. Were you calling me media illiterate in the beginning when I read Lord of the Mysteries? Because yes, I was. Think about this easy. Sunny is Nephis's shadow because of shadow. Sunny, if the... Wait, hold up. I'm not going to read the rest. Hold up. I think that's too much of a hint. Is that too much of a hint? Easy. It has been said. Oh, it has been said. The spell Sunny has to get a new master because his old one, the shadow god, is dead. Oh. Rami, I am lying out of my fucking ass. So if that can happen, the same can be interpreted upon her death. Okay. So I can read Lord of the... Okay. All right, guys. Okay. It's all right. All right. Oh, wait, hold on. We're already talking too much. Let's just get into it, right? It's cool. Let's just fucking get into it. Let's just get right into it. Let me eat a gummy worm before I get into it. We're done with stalling. Damn, you guys must be fucking mad at me. Never have you ever had to watch me live stream for an hour and 15 minutes before I started reading, huh? Time stop. 5 minutes. That was a big intro. I think the music is too hype. So let's just put this. Great plain song. How's music check? Is audio good for you guys? Nothing spoiler has it, guys. No spoilers, please. No, it's okay. It's all right. We're good. We're chill. Let's get right into it. I'm already salivating. Oh my god. I ate gummy worms. I did that to myself. I haven't read that one, Nightshade. I'm sorry. I've been actually updating my old Lord of the Mysteries thumbnail, so I've been kind of going through those comments, the ones I've missed, but I haven't gone through all of them. Yeah. If I haven't like liked it or hearted, I haven't read it. No, I haven't read it yet. I can go back and check it if you want. Oh, you know what? You did say I'm sorry for the advanced long text, and then I was like, oh, we'll come back to that later. I don't worry. I know what message you're talking about. Chapter 351 is called Once Again, are we back in the real world? Once again, are we in the Awakened Academy? I am sorry. Yeah. Sorry, it's not like I'm not trying to waste time. I'm just excited. No, it's okay. You don't have to delete that, Sunny. No, it's okay. That happens. It's okay. I know everybody's busy with their schedule and they just want people to get into it. I'm sorry. I was a little bit excited, but here we go. Once again, Sunny found himself in the endless space between dream of reality. All around him, there was nothing but a boundless black void, which was illuminated by a myriad of bright stars. Between those stars, countless strings of silver light were woven into a beautiful and inconveniently complex pattern. It's beautiful. Once again, he felt as though he had a glimpse into the inner works of the spell. Was it just an illusion, or was he able to see more now? It was almost as if his eyes were now able to discern a hint of meaning behind the unimaginable titanic brilliance of the ethereal weave. He had the eyes of a weaver now. Oh, ethereal weave, weaver's mask. I see the reference. He had the eyes of a weaver now, after all. With a pained moan, Sunny forced himself to look away from the strings of the silver light. The magnitude of the secret hidden in the cosmic pattern was so immense that just thinking about it could drive him mad. The Forgotten Shore had taught him an important lesson, and it was at once he had to be careful about what they had looked upon. Some things were not meant to be seen by humans, not to mention that he had other things to think about. Curse it all, curse all of you. Oh man, I'm about to cry. His voice disappeared into the darkness, full of indescribable fury, bitterness, and sorrow. No one was there to hear it, except for the spell, which was... Oh my god, so good. This is such a good start already, dude. Which chose to tactfully remain silent. Breathing heavily, Sunny clenched his fist and closed his eyes. He didn't know what brought him more rage and pain, the fact that he had lost Nephis or the fact that his secret had been revealed. Both were too bitter to swallow. Not only that, Cassie revealed it. Oh my god, all this time, all that suffering, and for what? He had outsmarted and defeated so many powerful enemies, only for his true name to be discovered by that ungrateful, weak, blind girl. What the fuck? After everything he had done for her, Cassie's betrayal perhaps had hurt him the most. Curse. Wow! I can see why people hate her. After everything he had done for her, Cassie's betrayal perhaps had hurt him the most. Curse her. Once again, he was a slave. He had made a first circle and returned exactly to where he had started, in shackles, only instead of nameless slavers. Nephis had become his master now. Nephis. Sunny gritted his teeth and groaned, a storm of conflicting emotions tearing his heart apart. Why did she have to do it? Why? The pain of losing her, the hopes of finding her again, was just as strong and overwhelming as the hope that she had to die and disappear forever in the unforgiving hell of the dream realm, so they would never have to meet again, so that he would be free. He clawed at his face, not knowing how to process this conflagration of feelings. For someone who had spent most of his life, I'm putting the volume even louder, for someone who had spent most of his life alone, not caring for anything, this was also just too much. Luckily, time in the boundless void was a strange concept, so he had an eternity to try and come to terms with his new reality. The spell kept silent, as though giving him a chance to do just that. After a while, maybe hours, maybe even days, or maybe just a single second, Sunny sighed. Sometime later, he opened his mouth and whispered, "I won." He had survived. Who could have thought? Slightly more than a year ago, he was thrown into a region of the dream realm that no human had ever escaped. And now he was not only that, bro, it was one of like the craziest fucking finales, bro. And now he was not only returning to reality, but also doing so as one of the most powerful sleepers in the history of the human race. And not only that, now he is leveling up from sleepers to the next bracket. Maybe even the strongest one, or the second strongest, i.e. Nephis. He had survived countless horrors, crossed a cursed sea on a boat made of demon bones, slew hundreds of nightmare creatures, gained experience and scars worthy of a lifetime, touched the hidden knowledge of the gods, saw a tyrant die on a new one to be crowned, banished in an ancient cursed into the darkness of oblivion and watched a son die. And now he was about to become an awakened. There you go. So after sleepers awakened. And now he was about to become an awakened, an elite among elites, a person at the very top of society, one with access to the best food, the most wealth, and the highest form of the prestige, and the highest of everything. All his dreams that were going to come true. And not only that, the next rank, the third rank, was, I think, something that cast a reference, like, you don't even know who's the rulers of the world. And then I think he mentioned them. Sovereigns? No, not sovereigners. Was it sovereigners? I forget. Oh my god. Monarchs? I forget what it was. All his suffering would now be rewarded. I will not be sad. I will not be bitter. I will not be angry. Why should I? Had he gone through this nightmare to be left heartbroken on the other side, no, he had earned this joy, this delight, this triumph, and he was going to enjoy it. Slowly, a shaky smile appeared on Sunny's face. At first, he had to force himself, but after a while, the smile became sincere. That's right, victory is supposed to be sweet, so let's see. What should I start with? As if answering him, the spell finally spoke. Its voice sounded a little strange, as if it was continuing a sentence after being interrupted. Whoa, what's going on with my earbuds? Your shadow is overflowing with power. Oh, he's at 1,000 now. Dreamer after Saint's Fourth? Okay. He hit 1,000. Yeah, so he's capped. So now what's gonna happen? Your shadow is taking shape. Suddenly, Sunny felt his soul begin to radiate a strange heat once again. Crap. Your shadow is complete. Something inside of him exploded, drowning his whole being with indescribably suffering. With a startled yelp, Sunny fell down. How come I end up on my ass every time I come to this place? The first time Sunny had appeared in the void, he was so shocked to discover the divine rank of his aspect that his legs buckled, and now, due to the painful transformation happening to his soul, he ended up in the same situation again. Because he had left the Crimson Spire, the soul conduit attribute was gone. Oh, it's gone! Oh, I was scared, bro. For a second, I thought the soul conduit would be something that stuck to him, like, forever. And then eventually, like, maybe in a future arc, that shit would come bite him in the ass, like, right? Like, maybe we need, like, another soul conduit for some shit, but because he had that tribute, like, he was still afflicted. Okay, thank fucking goodness it is gone. Soul conduit attribute was gone, and without its interference, the strange process that had begun due to the saturation of Sadakor was finally able to continue. Oh, I forgot about that. It was on halt because of the soul conduit. It was just painful as Sunny remembered. Sorry, I'm getting a little too excited. I cannot read. It was just as painful as Sunny remembered. Gritting his teeth, I'm trying to fix my thing. Gritting his teeth to prevent himself from screaming, Sunny tried to endure the terrible agony. He was no stranger to the physical pain, but this was something different. It came from the soul itself, and for that reason, it was so much worse. Arg, damn it. I want to say arg like a pirate. Ah, damn it all. However, it was still not early as bad as the chilling torture he had gone through after consuming the drop of Weaver's blood, or the nightmare he had endured after meeting the Black Knight for the first time. That's when his shit was split in half, bro. And it didn't last as long. After a while, the pain lessened and then finally disappeared, leaving him feeling refreshed and whole again. Sunny carefully stood up and looked down, checking to see if he was still in one piece. One Piece reference, cool. He felt stronger, much stronger. Stronger, faster, more resilient, very much so. He is ready to level up. He felt so powerful, in fact, that for a moment, Sunny even entered the idea that he had subconsciously commanded his shadow to wrap itself around his body, and was now enjoying the effect of its augmentation. To make sure that this wasn't the case, he habitually glanced down to check on the shadow and froze. What the hell? The shadow was not wrapped around his body. It was where it was supposed to be, on the unseen surface Sunny was standing on, somehow visible despite the darkness of the black void, but it wasn't alone. He has two? Two identical shadows were currently staring back at Sunny. One seemed soaking in Morse, that's the one we know, and the other appeared to be joyful and friendly. Oh wait, no. That's our shadow. He's joyful and friendly because he has a new companion. Monster Core. I'm sorry. We have a new shadow with us? And I'm not just talking about like the shadow thing. Like, I'm talking about like his like actual shadow clone. Like, we have a new one. Is that what that is? 14 minutes. Let me do my time zone. We're just gonna jump straight into it. Can you guys hear the music, by the way? If it's not too low, I can raise it a bit. You joined around time? Good stuff. Chapter 352. I feel like I'm too excited. I can't read. Oh my goodness. We took like a week off, man. Chapter 352 is called Monster Core. Now, we took off actually more than 7 days because we finished on Sunday and it's Tuesday. So it's been like 9 days. We're going on 10 since we've read. Chapter 352 is called Monster Core. Sunny stared at the two shadows, dumbfounded. After a while, he said in an uncertain tone, Am I seeing things, or are there two of you? The shadows, of course, did not answer. They have no vocal cords yet, by the way. I think they will in the future. They had no vocal cords after all. However, the soaking one looked at him with contempt and shock in its head and duration. The friendly one, meanwhile, looked down shyly and slightly shrugged. What is going on? Frowning, Sunny lingered for some time, and then dove into the soul sea. With the soul conduit attribute gone, it was back to its usual tenebrous appearance. The surface of the water was tranquil and still, and hundreds of motionless shadows stood silently in the darkness. Above him, shining spheres containing the memories were circling around it. Around the ... Sunny raised his head and then flinched. When the black sun of the shadow core had once loomed above the quiet sea, there was now... Oh, there are two So originally, it's like the one shadow core, like the black sun-looking thing. And then all the memories loom around it. But now he has two shadow cores. Where the black sun of the shadow core had once loomed above the quiet sea, there was now two. Two identical shadow cores hovered in the dark sky, shining with lightless black radiance. Oh, because he has two cores. I got it, because he leveled up. Oh, he didn't level up the regular way sleepers do, right? From sleepers to awakened, he just got his second core already. He blinked two, there's two of them. A few minutes passed, or at least something that felt like a few minutes. There's two, I have two cores. Why do I have two cores? Humans only ever have one soul core. That was a fact. Only nightmare creatures had more, ... What the fuck is this referencing? Okay. What is this alluding to? Sunny looked down at his hands. Why am I losing my voice? Sunny looked down at his hands, then he made them into fists, feeling newly gained strength coursing through his muscles. Then he scrawled and looked up again. Your shadow is taking shape. Your shadow is complete. So the spell was not speaking about the bad-tempered shadow that had accompanied him for so long. Initially, Sunny had assumed that the shadow and his core were going through a transformation due to the acquisition of the 1000th fragment, perhaps evolving or even awakening. But the spell actually meant to say that his second shadow and thus the second shadow were complete. They had been assembled for the 1000 shadow fragments he had collected, making him a what? Sunny hesitated for a bit, then he ordered the shadows to wrap themselves around his body. The soaking one seemingly rolled its eyes before obeying the command. The friendly one seemed extremely delighted. Oh my god. Are his shadows going to have different personalities? The friendly one seemed extremely delighted to do as he asked. Both flowed up and covered his body. Immediately, Sunny felt his already considerable strength doubled and then tripled. His mouth hung open. Too powerful? This is too fucking shit. I'm sorry. So he's tripling in strength? Oh, but now he can split his shit like Nephis' ability. Nephis was able to maintain like two things at once out of the 3 attributes she had. Like she can heal himself, enhance her sword or whatever, or heal. Now Sunny can do the same. He can enhance his weapons and he can enhance himself, or he can just enhance himself like triple fold. Oh shit. Or his weapon triple fold. Too powerful. This is too powerful. This was incredible. To experiment further, he commanded one of the shadows to return to the surface of the tranquil water. A moment later, he had a shadow. Oh, and then he can have one scout while he's augmented. A moment later, he had a shadow once again, but still enjoyed the familiar augmentation, even if it grew weaker, returning to its previous strength. He then summoned the Midnight Shard and ordered the second shadow, like Nephis. He then summoned the Midnight Shard and ordered the second shadow to wrap itself around its blade. Now, both his body and his sword were augmented. Holy shit, he powered up. Then he sent the soaking shadow to join the friendly one. His body was not enhanced anymore, but the austere Tachi felt much more sharper, more lethal, more deadly. Bro, he's already fucking broken at the start of Volume 3. And then, like, potentially, there's like 7 ranks. He's eventually going to have 3 Shadow Core shadows, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Bro, you guys can just already show me artwork on like 5, 7 cores. I'm not even gonna find if there's artwork on 3, 4, 5 cores. I'm not even gonna think of that as a spoiler because I know he's gonna get there in like the 3,000 chapters. Don't tell me at what chapter, but I can already see that happening. I don't even think that's a spoiler. That is fucking insane. He then summoned the Midnight Shard. I just read this. Finally, he commanded Wind Shadow to leave the Midnight Shard and cover the Puppeteer's Shroud. 2 memories were augmented at the same time. Holy hell. This was just too good. Sunny stood silently for a while, staring into the distance. So this was it. This was the most unique, most powerful side of his aspect. A divine aspect, after all, was not necessarily more powerful than a lesser one. But it had much more potential. The number of his courses, his class, you know, I get it. Why did 6-7 get deleted? Was that a 6-7? No, 6-7 jokes are banned in this community. I'm kidding. So it's, you know, I get that. For every core, he has a shadow, like for every rank. No, I get that, but it's like, I'm not gonna find a spoiler if you guys send me artworks worth 3, 4, or 5, because I assume we're gonna get there at one point. And then triple. His mouth hung over, too powerful, just too powerful. This was too incredible. I just read this. With the second core and a second shadow, the gap between Sunny and the other Awakened was going to increase. And if he was right about it, if he was right, and if this was only the beginning, because if there was a second core, there would most likely be a third and then a fourth. Suddenly, it all made sense. Why Nephis never seemed to be able to saturate her soul core, no matter how many shards she absorbed. Oh, she was stuck at 2. No matter how many nightmare creatures and humans she slew, why she had been incapacitated after killing Gundlick, why she was so much stronger, faster, more powerful than him, even at his peak. It was because her aspect was divine, just like his, but she had discovered its secret much sooner than him. As a dull pain appeared in his heart, Sunny banished the image of Changing Star from his mind and summoned the runes. That was a spoiler in the power chart you were looking at, Easy. Oh, was that really the spoiler you guys were talking about? Oh, that's so funny. Well, hey, I guess it's not a spoiler. Now we know. That's so funny. And some of the runes, he had to make sure that his guess was right. You guys were right. We were going to find out in like 2-3 chapters. Yeah, it's barely chapter 2. We're already finding out. So this is his new runes. He had to make sure that his guess was right. Name, Sunless. True name, Lost from Light. Rank, Dreamer. Below that, new runes were shimmering in the darkness. Sunny's eyes widened. Class, Monster. Shadow Core, 2 of 7. He stared at the glowing runes, his face calm, his heart engulfed by dark fire. Monster, 2 out of 7. He was right after all. His progression path was indeed different from all of humans. So it's like he's not progressing like a human. He's progressing like the monsters in the dream realm. Let's fucking go indeed, bro. Indeed different from all. So he's not ascending toward divinity. He's descending towards, what was the word? Divinity and infamity. I forget what's the word that's said on the chart. It was divinity for humans and something for monsters. I assume he's going to say it right here. He was indeed different from all of humanity. It was harder, larger, but also so much more promising. The promise of it was a vast of it was frightening. He was reluctant to even try to imagine the pinnacle of what he was potentially being able to achieve. The possibilities were simply limitless. What would a human with 7 cores and the might of a titan be capable of? What obstacles would they be unable to conquer? Who would dare to stand in their way? Conquer? I'll tell you this. He's gonna fucking conquer the 4th nightmare. I'll tell you that much, bro. Who would dare to call them their slave? Yeah, that's insane, man. For someone that fucking strong, he can be easily someone's slave. Corruption? That's profanity? That's insane, man. For someone this strong, whatever Nephis says, he has to do. Of course, the road to creating 5 more cores would be long and arduous. It would take him years, if not decades. If he was, I'm down to be with this series for decades. Well, like, the characters progress decades. I am down for that. If not decades, if he even manages to live that long. In fact, the magnitude and the scale of such ambition were nothing short of insane. After all, the stronger he grows, the stronger enemies he would have to face to collect their shadow fragments. It seemed all but impossible. Almost. Was he really going to try? After some time, Sunny lowered his gaze and continued to read the runes. His face looked like that of a madman. There was simultaneously a deep frown and a wide smile, somehow coexisting on it, making for a strange sight. This has to be rage bait. I don't know what's rage bait, but we can talk about it after. But then the wide smile disappeared, leaving only the frown behind. There was something even more important waiting for him in the glowing of the ethereal ruins, something even more frightening. I'm sorry. So he had to get 1,000 shadow fragments. I assume now it's going to be like 2,000, 1,500? Maybe? Reaching the lowest part of the field of ruins, he read, Aspect Shadow Slave, Aspect Rank Divine. Aspect description, you are a miraculous shadow left behind by a dead god. As a divine shadow, you possess plenty of strange and wondrous powers. However, your existence is empty and lonesome. You mourn the passing of your former master and long to find a new one. Nephis. Right beneath it was a description and part of the aspect that had cursed his life, turning him into a nightmare. Innate ability Shadow Bond. Ability description, find a worthy master and let them know your true name. So it's Nephis now. Once they recite it out loud, you will be bound to their will, unable to disobey any command. It is improper for a shadow, let alone a divine one, to walk around without a master. That's so fucked up. However, the runes described Shadow Bond were gray and lifeless, as though the ability was now inactive. Makes sense. Oh, because Nephis isn't in the real world. She's stuck in a dream realm. Makes sense. He had a master now after all. He wasn't free to walk around without one anymore. Oh, I get it. It's saying to find one. It's grayed out because I already found one. He had a master now after all. He wasn't free to walk around without one anymore. And speaking of it, right below new runes were now shimmering in the darkness. Master Changing Star. So he stared at those 3 words for a long time. Who knew that just 3 words could bear such a crushing weight, such a vastly complicated meaning? Finally, he shook his head slightly and concentrated, making the runes shine brighter, new ones appearing out of nowhere as he watched. Name Nephis, true name Changing Star, rank Dreamer, class Demon. Oh my god, dude. Oh wait, is she a dreamer? She leveled up. She would have had to been a sleeper, correct? Now she's dreamer, right? Or am I wrong in saying that? Like her rank, because she leveled up after Gunlung's death, right? Oh shit, I fucked up my timestamp earlier. I think it was 14. Let me turn off the fan, man. One sec. Dreamer sleeper. Ah, thank you, thank you. Dreamer sleeper, thank you, thank you. Hold up. I know there's no leveling up. That was engagement bait. You guys fell for it. Easy geeky. What I miss, Romy? Thank you. Oh, thank you. You're right. Rank, class are 2 separate things. I'm already mixing it up. I know you guys said look at the chart. We can look at it later, but eventually over time will be muscle memory. But it's gonna take me a while to memorize them. Even though it's only like 7. It's gonna take a while. We'll memorize it. Don't worry. It took us a while to memorize all 22 pathways, all 9 sequences for each one. But we'll get there. No, it's not that I don't know the differences. I'm mixing them up. Yeah, no, my bad. I'm just mixing them up. Even after we had the recap, I still fucking mixed it up. Chapter 353 is called Lightbringer. All right, that sounds hype as fuck. The runes shimmered in the tranquil darkness of the silent sea. Name Nephis, true name Changing Star. Just as Sunny had suspected, the true name hid many meanings. It didn't describe a star that was already changing, but instead a star that caused change. However, there was a lot of words for changing in the runic language, each hiding a unique meaning. The one used here meant a cataclysmic change that brought ruin and disaster, sometimes bad and sometimes good, but always cruel and calamitous, wreathed in misfortune. That sounds really bad for Sunny. To have a master with that kind of name, that's like some really subtle foreshadowing right here. So in a sense, Nephis was neither a star of change nor a star of ruin, but both. The two went hand in hand, inseparable, destined to bring both salvation and damnation to those that touched by her light. What I find so funny, which is a really cool parallel, like Sunny is bound to the shadow, right? And it's only fair that like he became a shadow to the one that's the light, right? Like the light bringer. It's fucking cool, bro. Just like what had happened to the doomed dreamers of the Dark City, the spell was really a good at giving names, it seemed. Thinking of his own true name somberly, Sunny read further. Rank Dreamer, Class Demon, Soul Cores 3 of 7, Soul Fragments 2... What the fuck? She is that far ahead? She has 3 Soul Cores? Soul Fragments 2,749. Oh my god, we're gonna see this number fucking go up in Volume 3, aren't we? And as long as we see this number going up, we know she is alive. That is so fucking cool. Soul Fragments 2,749 out of 3,000. He stared at the last 2 strings, a dark expression written on his face. So this is how far ahead of me you are. Then with a heavy sigh, he looked away. Many events of the past few months made sense now. During the fight against Gunlog, Nephis had already been a dormant monster, just like how he was right now. A dreamer in possession of 2 cores, it was because she had known that killing the Bright Lord would push her towards the third that she asked him to prevent Caster from attacking her in the moment of weakness. And in the time since Changing Star had almost reached the 4th, how was she so fast? And he had made a conscious choice to avoid saturating his core during the Civil War in the Bright Castle. In hindsight, this decision had turned out to be a wrong one, or maybe not. If he had collected all 1,000 Shadow Fragments back then, he might have been dead already, killed by one of Tessai's guards or the Nightmare Creature while completely incapacitated by the formation of the 2nd Shadow Core. Hell, he would have been crushed to death by a piece of falling granite if not for the soul conduit suppressing the process at the best possible moment. I hold up a serious message. Easy Geeky Volume 2 was called The Demon of Change because of Nephis. Wait, hold up, Rami. I did not think about that. Volume 2 was called Demon of Change because of Nephis, who was a demon named Changing Star. Oh my god, the Demon of Change. I was like, why is it demon? Sunny isn't a demon of change. That is pretty fucking deep. That is a very good observation, Rami. I would not have picked that up. Just as always, terrible misfortune had come together with incredible luck. But even if he had come to possess the monster core back then, he would have never managed to create a 3rd, let alone get this close to the 4th one. It was because Nephis had one big advantage over him in the matter of collecting essence. Like every awakened, except for Sunny, she received a certain portion of enemies' accumulated soul essence when killing a fellow human, while he received only a single shadow fragments or a few at best. Should I pause for a minute? I can hear like work happening outside. So if you guys don't hear anything, we can continue. But if we hear anything and it's kind of bugging you, we can wait like 5 minutes. If you guys don't hear anything, then we're chill. It's fine? Okay. Can't hear anything? That was a good mic. I can hear it being picked up on my earbuds, because it's picking up all the audio. But I think there's like a sound filter that's preventing that audio coming outside from getting in. Take this debate somewhere else. Oh, is there a debate? Let's put it this way. If there is a debate, try to not argue the person, but just talk about the topic. And if it comes to a point where we don't come to a resolution, we'll be like, okay, you believe what you believe, I believe what I believe. As long as we keep it chill, then I think it's fine, right? We just don't want to get too confrontational. We're all here to hang out, chill, and read. Or a few at best if the enemy was of the higher rank than him, which hadn't happened yet, but was inevitably going up to be considering his luck. Fucking shit, I cannot read. The war against Tessai and Gemma must have been a true feast for Changing Star, especially when slaying those experienced members of the host that had long saturated the cores themselves. She was always on the front line after all, fighting, killing, leading her followers. Sunny grimly stared in the darkness for a while, then slowly turned back to the ruins. His eyes slid lower. Memories, Dreamblade, Starlight, Legion Armor, Dawn Shard, Darkwing, Nameless Sun. Nameless Sun? Was that Sunny? Is Sunny being considered a memory for her? There were a few utility memories too, including Evertwine, the golden robe he knew so well. But Sunny did not pay them a lot of attention. His sight was attracted to the Nameless Sun. What was that memory, and why hadn't he seen or heard of it before? Memory, Nameless Sun, memory rank ascended. Memory tier 6, memory type weapon. Memory description: for a long time, the Nameless Sun suffered in solitude, longing for any things that were lost. Only when she lost that longing too was the crimson terror of the Forgotten Shore finally born. His eyes narrowed, so she received the memory after killing the vessel after all. Oh! She received a memory after killing the vessel after all. Oh, that's going to be so handy when we use it. An ascended weapon of the 6th tier, Sunny wished that he could see it, weave, and learn what enchantments the terrible memory held. Whatever they were, however, the Nameless Sun was bound to be extremely powerful. But was it enough to help Nephis survive in the ruthless hellscape of the Dream Realm? He did not know. Frowning, Sunny continued to read the runes, echoes, attributes, dream spawn, Nephilim, flame of divinity, the fire. Dreams spawn, attribute description: you are born of 2 worlds, belonging to both but welcomed in neither. Your soul exists on the edge between nightmare and reality. Nephilim, attribute description: there was once a terrible creature born of an unholy union between the divine and the profane. Oh, divine, profane, got it. You ascend towards divine and you descend towards profane. Nephilim was the most beautiful and the most harrowing of them all. Flame of divinity, attribute description: your soul is a flame with the light of divinity, the fire. Attribute description: you have inherited the lineage of the sun god. Wow, sun god, the shadow god. Very amazing, beautiful parallels. He hesitated for a bit, studying Nephis' attributes. So that's how it is. Sunny had always wondered what was her innate attribute, the one that was at the center of all the rest. The core of her being, just like his fated attribute, he often thought that it was tied to the drive, battle prowess, or will, but it was not. Instead, Nephis' innate attribute was called Dream Spawn, and tied to her nature as a child of the Hollow Mother. In a sense, she was connected to the Dream Realm and the Nightmare spell from before she had even been born. Oh, you know what this kind of reminds me of? Of like BTs. I don't know, for people that have played Death Stranding, they're like bound to the real world, like your car or whatever, and then you're like also bound to like the beach, like the afterlife. It's a pretty trippy game if you haven't played it, by the way. And the Nightmare spell from before she had ever been born. Her core trait was duality. If his guess was correct, that duality was further expressed after Nephis had conquered her first nightmare and received her aspect as well as a new attribute, Nephilim. Once again, it described a half-blood creature, half-divine, half-profane. Half-defect? What is that word? Half-defect, half-unknown. Suddenly he remembered how Changing Star had stopped and stared at the description of a radiant being engraved into the walls of the ancient mine below the Hollow Mountains. Was that creature one of the Nephilim or a fallen angel from whom Nephilim were supposed to be born? What is this? New lore? After all, the similarity between the creature and her own powers was hard to deny. And then there was the last attribute, the fire. Sunny rubbed his face. A lineage attribute somewhere similar to his own blood weave. Finally, the meaning behind that would become clear. Lineage memories akin to the drop of Ichor were able to impart awakened with unique attributes that, unlike the usual ones, seemed to be hereditary. They could be passed down through a bloodline in at least one of the great legacy clans and almost be destroyed by the Immortal Flame clan possessed one. Did all the great legacy clans like Song or Valor possessed one too? Was that what allowed them to rise to the very top of humanity and claim that their place as the great clan in the first place? Those bastards have so many secrets. Sunny also couldn't help but notice a slight difference between Bloodweave and the Fire. While the latter was described simply as lineage, the former was described as forbidden lineage. What exactly made Bloodweave forbidden? Was it because it didn't come from a proper deity like Sun God, but for some mysterious weaver who was a daemon? Oh, I forget, demon, and then there's like a higher version of a demon called a daemon. Who was a daemon? He had no He had no one except for the gods been allowed to leave behind a lineage. The blood weave was also described as a partial lineage, while the fire was not. Questions. With a sigh, Sunny turned to the runes once again. Aspect Lightbringer, aspect rank divine. Aspect description: you are a creature of light that was banished and doomed to exist in the darkness. Wow. As in maybe exist in the dream realm. If there's a spoiler, it's okay. I won't read it. You bring radiance and warmth to wherever you go, but with it comes indescribable longing. Aspect ability, soul flame. Ability description: your soul burns with the purest of flames. That flame can both restore and destroy, as it's both a blessing and a curse. Innate ability, half bread. Ability descriptions: you can directly absorb a portion of your soul essence of what? You can absorb a portion. You can directly absorb a portion of the soul essence of any nightmare creature destroyed by your flame, as well as any human. Flaw, pristine soul. Flaw description: you must suffer to use your power. Sunny dismissed the ruins and was motionless for a while, thinking. The name of the aspect Lightbringer could be translated in several ways. The first rune could mean both light and fire, and the second meant neither to bring or to bear, depending on the context, so it could have been fire bearer as well, not that it made any difference. The rest he had already known or suspected, so it didn't surprise him much, only that strange innate ability, half-breed, was somewhat new. Nephis had mentioned once that she was capable of doing something like that, but without sharing any details. It was also funny that the name of her flaw was Pristine Soul, while his was Clear Conscience. What a pair they were. One lost from light, the other the source of it. Wow. One master, the other the slave. That is crazy. Like, it's weird how, like, perfectly they parallel one another, right? Good night, GN. Somebody going to bed? Good night. Good night. Good night, brother. One a master and the other a slave. He gritted his teeth and closed his eyes for a second. What else was there to know? The soul conduit attribute was gone. It seemed that the artificial sun of the Crimson Spire itself had sustained too much damage and collapsed, thus removing it. So that means if he escaped it, she also escaped it because it collapsed. He had escaped just in time. I guess there's not a lot of secrets left between us now. Sunny wasn't sure that there was a new rune that Nephis could summon, one reading slave, just like how he had now access to all the information about her. She was going to learn everything about him, the unique nature of his course, the shadow fragments, the true identity of the marble saint, the weaver's mask. She was going to know it all. That could potentially complicate ... Before he can finish the thought, however, the spell spoke again, its voice filling the black void with melodious whispers. The second seal is broken. What seal is this? The second seal is broken, awakening dormant powers. Oh crap, I almost forgot. Sunny stared into the void with his wide eyes. He was about to be an awakened. Got it. The seal to become an awakened. He was about to be an awakened. All right. 354 is called Awakening. Oh my god, my nose is so itchy. For people that don't know, I've caught some like blood blossom poisoning, man, and like my nose has been going through it. I've been very stuffy. But here we go, man. Next fucking chapter. Oh my god! My nose! It's so fucking hard to breathe. $54. Can't say anything about the seal since it might be spoiler. Okay, well, I mean we'll see. We'll figure out as much as we can right now. Chapter 354 is called Awakening. Should we just play some more Forgotten Shore music or nah? What do you guys want? We can play it. We can play it since he's awakening. Chapter 354. Once again, Griffith Tyler makes amazing music. 354 is called Griffith Tyler. No, it's called Forgotten Shore. Even though we're done with Forgotten Shore, we can still hear it. 354 is called Awakening. Just like after the first nightmare, Sunny suddenly sensed something waking up within him. Back then, it felt as though this new power came from inside his soul as opposed to some external source. This time, the feeling was very similar, only more intense, more defined. It was coming from his shadow cores. Get it? Now it's plural and not singular because he has two shadow cores. They were radiating an ethereal but almost palpable heat. The energy was circling through his entire body, changing it, making it stronger. It was somewhat similar to the strange feeling he had got every time he received a shadow fragment. but so much more powerful, 1,000 times more powerful and deeper too. With a barely audible gasp, Sunny slowly sat down and crossed his legs, then closed his eyes, concentrating on the transformation. Every fiber of his being was soon full of mysterious energy. The familiar euphoric feeling overwhelmed him, washing over him, made him like a warm wave. However, Sunny wanted to feel more, understanding more. He wanted to feel more, understand more. He wanted to remember this moment in every detail. It was his triumph after all. Beneath the physical changes that his body was undergoing to become better, stronger, more perfect was another subtle but equally incredible change. It was happening to his soul. Sunny had no words to describe it, but he knew that he had never experienced anything as wonderful. The transformation of his soul was not at all painful like the creation of the second shadow core had been, and not nearly as torturous as the agony that consuming a drop of divine blood had caused him. It felt natural, right, and profound. It was as though he was coming one step closer to becoming complete, to what he had always been meant to be, a better being. Soon the pulsating waves of heat retreated, replaced by a wave of soothing coldness. The dull ache in the heart that he had remained there, unnoticed ever since leaving the Forgotten Shore, lessened a little. His mind became calm and tranquil. Sunny felt like a sword that had been tempered and fortified into a fiery crucible, a being made of cold, pure, resilient steel. He exhaled slowly and opened his eyes. His body felt stronger, faster, and more enduring, similar to how he felt when wrapped in shadow. The change was sufficiently pronounced, and he knew that it would only grow greater if he used one or both of the shadows to actually augment him. Now, so I'm sorry, when he was enhancing and augmenting his strength, he was augmenting his strength before he's an awakened. But now that he's an awakened, he's even stronger. So when he augments and triple augments, he's going to be even stronger than what he was like 2 chapters ago. That's fucking cool, bro. Beneath the physical changes his body was undergoing to become better, it felt natural, a better being. Soon the pulsating waves of the heat retreated, replaced by a wave of soothing coldness. The cold ache in his heart had remained there, unnoticed ever since leaving the Forgotten Shore. Lessened a little, his mind became calm and tranquil. Sunny felt like a sword that had been tempered and fortified into a fiery crucible, a being made of cold, pure, resilient steel. He exhaled slowly and opened his eyes, which is why divine aspects are bull. They're fucking strong, bro. These are some crazy ass abilities. His body felt stronger, faster, and more enduring, similar to how he felt when wrapped in the shadow. The change was sufficiently pronounced, and he knew that it would only grow greater if he used one or both of these shadows to actually augment him. But it wasn't the main difference. Sunny knew that the actual quality that separated Awakened from the Dreamers was not physical might, but a new innate ability. Oh! They unlock a new slot for their divine. They have a second aspect. I'm forgetting. But they unlocked a second tier for something that they have. Shit, wow, Easy, you're so good. You have such a good memory. Whoa, thank you guys. Sunny knew that the actual quality that separated Awakened from the Dreamers was not physical might, but a new innate ability. Just like Dreamers gained the ability to sense and interact with soul cores, the Awakened could do the same with soul essence. But knowing and feeling were two different things. Before, he could vaguely feel his shadow core. New aspect ability, thank you. That's the word I was looking for. I think I was about to say it, right? I think I said new divine aspect. No, my bad. I meant a new aspect ability. Sorry. Now that power, wait, before he could vaguely feel his shadow core, the feeling was elusive and ethereal, but unmistakable. He felt its emptiness at the start of his journey and felt it brimming with power near the end. Now that power wasn't contained inside the shadow core anymore, but broke free, flowing naturally through his entire body. It circled slowly, coming and going from cores, passively saturating his bones and muscles with power. Sunny instinctively felt that with some practice, he would be able to direct the flow of shadow essence to concentrate in a certain area. He could expand some amount of essence to give his arms incredible explosive strength for a short amount of time, or feel his legs with the power to jump a dozen meters into the air. In short, it wasn't as though he had become monstrously strong and be all the time crashing through the walls and breaking delicate things by accident. Instead, he would be wisely controlling his shadow essence. He would be able to gift himself short bursts of true inhuman physical might. The rest of the time, he would enjoy a much smaller but considerable passive effect of his body being saturated with freely flowing essence. More training, Sunny could now control the shadow essence by instinct, but if he wanted to truly master it and do it more efficiently, he would have to learn from experienced awakened. Some instructors at the Awaken Academy, Some instructors at the academy existed. I scrolled down too much. At the academy existed for the sole purpose of teaching newly awakened just that, after all. And then there was a whole nother layer of combat strategy that he would have to understand and master. Sleepers thought much like mundane humans, only with more power and tools, but battles of the awakened were much more tactical. While essence always restored itself to the core's maximum capacity, it took time. In the reality of a battle, it was finite resource. Because of it, one had to be smart and careful about how and when to use it. He would also have to absorb as many shadow fragments as possible to increase the capacity of his cores. Luckily, he now had 2 of them, which already gave him a big advantage over the rest of the Awakened. But this new amazing quality he had received was not the end of the awakening. The main event was yet to happen. I'm sorry, the what? The main event was yet to happen. The spell spoke again, filling him with anticipation. Oh, the ability. Awakening aspect ability. Aspect ability acquired. What is it? Aspect ability name is called, he has Shadow Step. Like he can jump between shadows? Is that what's going to happen? Aspect ability name is called Shadow Step. Sunny blinked and hurriedly summoned the runes. Name Sunless. True name Lost from Light. Rank Awakened. Class Monster. Shadow Cores 2 of 7. Shadow Fragments. Oh, it's 2,000 now. And when she had 3 Shadow Cores, she was at like 2,400. Oh my goodness. Sunny is like 4,500 Shadow Fragments behind. That is insane. Shadow Fragments is 0 out of 2,000, just as expected. Both of his cores were not dormant anymore. Instead of becoming awakened, the Shadow Fragments were consumed to fuel the awakening, bringing him to a stark and sad 0. 1,000 fragments gone just like that. He was really disappointed though. The amount of essence consumed during the awakening directly corresponded to the starting capacity of the core, and thus the extent of the physical transformation that a sleeper would go through. By collecting 1,000 fragments and fully saturating his first core, Sunny not only received a second one, but also made sure to gain the best benefits a sleeper could dream of. Very few awakened had ever fully saturated their core before returning from their first journey to the dream realm, and now Sunny was one of them. The difference was not drastic, but even a little bit of power counted in a life and death situation. Enough stalling. Man, I feel like Sunny's telling me that. Enough stalling, huh? Impatient, he banished the thoughts of the cores and shadow fragments and found the description of his new aspect ability. Aspect ability is called Shadow Step. Ability description, you can move fucking... How the f*** did I know that? So cool. So fucking cool. You can move freely between shadows, traveling from one to another in an instant. Looking at the shimmering ruins, Sunny soon discovered that there was a stupid grin on his face. Never too late, brother. Don't worry, the VOD will be up right away. Teleportation, that's teleportation, right? That was without a doubt a form of teleportation. An ability such as this was a game changer. His mobility would become truly incredible. Not only would he be able to apply it to traversal, but making his future ventures into the dream realm easier and safer, but it could also play a decisive role in battle. What was more deadly than an assassin capable of appearing out of nowhere and disappearing from sight in the blink of an eye? Not many things, really. Of course, he would have to experiment and learn his true extent of this amazing ability. What was its range? For example, who would be able to jump to any shadow in sight or to any shadow in the range of his shadow sense? Did his shadow have to be deep and large enough for him to fit through, or would even the smallest and faintest of them do? And what would his own shadows would he be able to send out to a certain spot and then step out of it just like the saint usually did? He couldn't wait to learn, but before that, there were 2 other things he had to see. One was a new memory he acquired. The other one was filled with his nervous anticipations, was much more important. It was a relic he was supposed to receive from mastering the first. Oh my god, dude, he has so much now. This dude is fucking stacked. It's been like 4 chapters. We're coming up on the 5th chapter, and we still haven't even made it to the real world. I'm losing my voice. I'm getting excited. One was the new memory he acquired. The other one that filled him with more nervous anticipation was much more important. It was the relic he had supposed to receive from mastering the first step of the Shadow Dance. With a legacy relic in the hands of the lineage attribute coursing through his blood, Sunny would be theoretically eligible to create his own legacy clan, a great clan even. I feel like he'd wait, right? Not that he was planning to, but before Sunny could even glance at the corresponding runes, the spell suddenly whispered into his ear. Wake up, Sunless, and instantly, the black void full of bright stars and silver light disappeared. Oh shit, let's go. He's fucking back, dude. Oh shit, back to reality. I'm sorry, are we hearing Eminem? Snap back to reality. Favorite moment? All right, here we go. Favorite moment. Let's fucking go, brothers and sisters. Let me update this bad boy. Let me sip my tea. Give me a sec. I am hungry, by the way. But don't worry, we're going to keep going. After this chapter, we're going to take a quick 10-minute break. And then we'll be back and we'll read for another hour. I'm like eating like 10 minutes and I'll be done. Just so I can eat something. Let's update this. 55. Sip the tea. Peak chapters. Oh wait. Let me sip my coffee to wake up. I'm thinking of opening my Randy the Witch figure that I have, but I wouldn't be able to fit her. Because if I move her to the side, you know what? I might be able to squeeze her in. Yeah, it might work. Absolute peak for sure. You guys are hyping me up, saying peak is coming. All right, here we fucking go, dude. Chapter 355, and then we're gonna take a quick 10-minute break. But chapter 355 is called Back to Reality. On one of the underground levels of the Academy hostel complex, in a small room that was filled with the massive rectangle of the dream pod and various pieces of medical equipment, a delicate girl with fucking traitor. But hey, I can't hate her. She did what she thought was best. A delicate girl with pale blonde hair was sleeping beneath the transparent glass lid, her face surrounded by wisps of cold vapor. I'm sorry, did she not wake up? Suddenly, a series of lights ignited on the surface of the pod, and the medical machinery in the room came to life, producing various noises. A few moments later, the girl opened her striking blue eyes and screamed. On top of the floor of the private care facility in the center of the city, in a spacious room with tall windows and a luxurious interior, a state-of-the-art sleeping pod stood silently, bathed in the sunlight, and attending the nurse sat in a comfortable chair beside it, monitoring the vital signs of the beautiful young man who slumbered inside. Who is this? For the past 3 years, there had not been a single minute when the young man was left alone. Oh, is it Gunlug? Because he was there for 3 years. His pod was surrounded by fresh flowers and some was... It's Gunlug. On top of a floor of a private care facility in the center of a city, in a spacious room with tall windows and a luxurious interior, a state-of-the-art sleeping pod stood silently, bathed in sunlight, and an attending nurse sat in a comfortable chair beside it, monitoring the vital signs. Oh wait, no, is it Kai? Monitoring the vital signs of a beautiful young man who slumbered inside. For the past 3 years, there had not been a single minute when the young man was left alone. His pod was surrounded by fresh flowers, and some was always there to keep watch. For the past 3 years, the flowers and nurses came and went, but the young man had remained there the same. Nothing about him ever changed. Suddenly, the nurse opened her eyes wide. A second later, the sleeping pod shone with bright light. Its lid swiftly slid away and hid in a spacious housing slot. The figure inside was slowly raising in the air as if puffled up by an invisible force. The beautiful young man was levitating. The nurse remained motionless for a few seconds, stunned. Then she hastily ran to the panel on the wall and pressed a call button. In a small apartment in one of the less prestigious areas. Oh my god, it's so cool. Everybody is waking up. Oh my goodness, dude. Language chat. Oh yeah, we'll be careful with profanity. Just also for my sake, just so we don't have to blur chat in the videos, I'd be most appreciative. In a small apartment in one of the less prestigious areas of the city, in a tiny room, a tall young woman was lying in an old and barely functioning pod. This one was possibly the last representative of its model. taken out of the production a long time ago. Still, it seemed like the most luxurious thing in the apartment by far. The door of the room was open, letting in the sound of the news broadcast. A pleasant and confident tone was currently saying, "Unusual number of awakenings. Dear viewers, we are currently receiving a report from our correspondents and will be able to update you on this event shortly. The representatives of the great legacy clans." Meanwhile, suddenly the sound of the damn, everybody's gonna hear about this. Like, yo, Sunny and Nephis saved the day. Suddenly, the sound of the broadcast was cut out, replaced by a heavy, hopeless silence. Soon, the sound of the tentative steps could be heard approaching the room where the pod stood. Just a second later, however, a fist slammed into the armored glass of its lid from inside, sending a net of cracks through it. Back in the academy, in a room identical to the first one, the lights suddenly blinked and then went out. It was now shrouded in absolute darkness. Something crashed down with thunderous noise, and then a pained human voice hissed, "Damnation." A moment later, the lights came back, revealing the figure of a lithe young man with pale skin and dark hair standing near an overturned medical monitor. There was a disoriented, confused expression on his face. The lid of the sleeping pod was still closed, however, it was empty. And a few hundred meters away, hidden even deeper underground, there was another room. This one was slightly bigger, much better guarded than all the others. In it stood a simple sleeping pod. Oh, is it Nephis? It is a good chapter. Everybody's waking up. Hey, okay, I'm not trying to make the comparison, but you know what? Okay, I'm not saying this as a diss or whatever. Take it how you will. But this reminds me of in Sword Art Online when they beat Aincrad in the halfway point of Volume 1, and like everybody starts waking up. It's like I'm getting that same feeling, like everybody's waking up from their nightmare, right? Like, it's so cool, dude. In it stood a simple sleeping pod. Beneath its transparent lid, a young woman with ivory skin and long silver hair slept, undisputed by anything. Despite the growing commotion outside, inside the tranquil room, it was quiet and peaceful. Nothing changed. Not SAO, nah, LMAO. Wait, hold up. I fucking loved SAO when I watched it. Okay, bro, you die in the game, you die in real life. Bro, I was the biggest SAO stan when that shit came out over a decade ago, bro. Some of y'all didn't see that shit when it came out. I did, okay? I thought it was hype, okay? Cut me some slack. We're reading Peak. I watched my version of Peak a decade ago. I'm seeing the similarities, you know? Nothing changed. The pod did not shine with bright lights. The medical equipment remained silent. Imprisoned in the glass coffin on the sleeping pod, the young woman continued to dream, as if cursed to remain in her nightmare forever. Oh, so fucking sad. Sunny looked around the small room, slowly realizing where he was. Academy. He was back at the academy. SAO so overhated. I'll be honest. I think season 3 was fucking awesome, man. The Underworld arc, that shit was fucking sick. He had returned to the real world. He looked around, noticing the medical equipment and the sleeping pod, all of which were currently ablaze with the light of alarms. The pod was still closed. How the hell did I get out? Speaking of which, looking down, Sunny realized that he was naked. To avoid any awkward situations, he summoned the puppeteer shroud. Once the armor weaved itself out of the black strings and covered his skin, he felt a lot better. He did, however, have to force himself to not summon the midnight shard as well. His instinct screamed, demanding him to arm himself in an unfamiliar environment. But this was a real world. He would have to adjust his behavior. The decision to clothe himself turned out to be the correct one. Just a few moments later, after he had made it, the door of the room opened and a woman in a white coat rushed inside. Noticing Sunny, she froze. Her eyes... she was waiting for Nephis. Oh my God, dude, that is an... Oh my God, this feels like a betrayal, man. That is insane. Her eyes widen in horror, and she raised a hand to cover her mouth as if suppressing a scream. What's wrong with her? Sunny froze, blinked a couple times, then looked at his reflection in one of the medical machines. Oh, since both Sleekers awakened, traveling to the dream realm in spirit, his actual body was whole and pristine without even a single scar. However, the same could not be told about the puppeteer shroud. The silk armor was torn and dirty, looking like rags. What's more, I thought it was Cassie. Here we go. The silver armor was torn and dirty, looking like rags. What's more, it was covered in so much blood that it was hard to tell its fabric was once gray. Looking at the doctor in embarrassment, Sunny forced out a smile and said in a raspy voice of someone who had not spoken in more than a year, hi. Can a baby get some clean clothes? The woman stared at him for a few minutes and then said in a trembling voice, sleep, awake, and sunless. Sir, you are awake. Sir? Did she just call me sir? Awake and sunless? Did she just call me oh, sir? He's fucking sir. Sonny grinned. I sure hope so. I've been sleeping for over a year and 2 weeks after all. The doctor finally seemed to relax and looked at him with a relieved, joyous expression in her eyes. A few moments later, she smiled slightly and said, her voice full of sincere admiration, welcome back to the real world, sir. Damn. Welcome back. Dude, that's so fucking insane, dude. Poor nurse caught us stray. I know, I'm sorry. I thought it was Cassie. I'm like, this. I was gonna be like, this. I can't hate Cassie, bro. I can't hate her. Despite knowing that she betrayed Sonny, I can't bring myself to hate her. Because she did what she thought was right. Like, dude, it's like, when it comes down to two friends and you can only save one, it's like, can you really blame the person, you know? But we're gonna take a 10-minute break and then we'll be right back. So you guys are gonna chill with Snorlax. I'm gonna go eat in less than 10 minutes and then we'll be right back for another glorious hour. I don't hate Cassie. Also, he's a... Let me just put this before we start. So you guys chat it up and we'll be right back. Wait, before we start, let me just prep 56. I'll be right back. 10-minute break. 10-minute break. We'll be back in 10 minutes and we'll wait for another hour. By the way, the timer starts once I leave the room. Oh. Test? Oh, I was unmuted. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my, I almost embarrassed myself. I thought I was muted. I was about to fart so fucking loud, but like, aha, you guys didn't hear that. I am so glad my intrusive thoughts didn't take over. That would have been really awkward. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself now. I was like, why is my green bar going up on OBS? Oh man, that would have been bad. Ellie. Ellie. Come here. Come here. Come hang out with me. Come hang out with your old man. Oh, I gave her a shower. She's all fresh and clean. Come here. Oh, what's my beautiful girl doing? Ah. Ah. Ellie. You guys ready? Let me just see my dog. Let me give my dog 30 seconds to acclimate, and let's see if she's down to chill with me for a bit. Hey, what are we doing? Ellie? Ellie? 30 more seconds? Yeah, mods, permaban. Was there a mods permaban Cassie so she doesn't spoil? Cassie's good. She has clairvoyance, man. Cassie sees everything. Oh wait, is there an actual person in chat called Cassie? Ellie. 30 more seconds. 30 more seconds. Here. Let's see if she wants to lay down. Lay down. Just relax. Ellie, are you excited? We're gonna keep reading Shadow Slave. No, my dog got up the second I said that. Ellie, are you ready? We're reading chapter 356. Dude, we've made so much progress. Chapter 356. My dog wants to get out of here so fast. Chapter 356 is called Interview with the Shadow. Ellie, what was that? Why are you growling? Ellie, do I not give you so much love and attention? Talking about the character? Okay, I figured. That's a funny joke. Hey, look at me. Come here. Why are you acting like that? Ow. Hey, look at me. Hey, I'm talking to you. Why are we acting so moody now? 30 more seconds, people. I'm sorry. You don't hang out with me anymore in the room when I'm streaming. Hey, I'm talking to you. Look over here. Hey, you don't hang out with me anymore. You don't even want to spend time with me in the room. I've been going through updating all our thumbnails for Lord of the Mysteries Volume 1 and 2. And guess what I used to see a lot? You used to hang out, you're yawning. You used to hang out on my bed all the time, play with your toys, and now you don't do that. It's like you're a different dog. It's like you've moved on. It's like you act like you're better than me now. It's like, I don't need you. I'm above you. But like, honey, I was the one that raised you. I was there for you this whole time. I'm so sad. She doesn't give me attention when I'm streaming anymore. It breaks my fucking heart, man. Get out of the room. Yeah, I don't need you. Get out of here. Get out of here. That breaks my heart, man. She thinks almost 3K now? Dude, she's fucking... Oh, yeah. The thing with no spoilers is that people might give hints or opinions they think are not big or do in reality, but can leave spoilers. I mean, just temper expectations. I just say be careful. There we go. To the next beautiful, glorious chapter. Did we change scenes correctly? Unmuted? We're good? All right. We've passed the 10% point, right, of the series, right? We've read more than 10%. We're at 353 out of like 2,900 and something. That's we've passed 10%. All right, the hospital complex and the administration of the academy music is way too loud. The hospital complex and the administration of the academy were in a complete chaos today. Weeks followed the winter solstice were always a busy time for people working on the periphery of the awakened society, since most of the sleepers who had ventured into the dream realm that year usually returned in the span of 1 to 2 weeks, very rarely a month. Those who had survived, of course, the sudden awakening of so many sleepers had been gone for years, counted as irrevocably lost, created a shockwave to spread through the entire humanity. And people of the academy were at the epicenter of that storm. It was a joyous chaos, nevertheless. In a small office at the surface level of the hospital, a young woman dressed in black slacks and a white blouse was sitting behind a desk, hastily compiling a short report. She had dark brown hair, neatly tied in a high ponytail, and thick glasses. I'm losing my voice. That were constantly sliding down her nose, forcing her to push them back up. That's what I do. The young woman was one of the administrative workers tasked with the initial debriefing of returning sleepers. As such, she had seen a lot of incredible things and heard of a lot of incredible stories. Love this chapter, and sadly, even more heartbreaking ones. But today was not like no other day in her career. The sleepers that she was debriefing today were all anonymous, each and every one of them. Anomalous, each and every one of them. The thing that they told her made her blood run cold and her imagination fell. She even had an urge to dismiss the reports as false, but knew that it was nearly impossible. The lie detection technology built in the walls of the office would make lying very hard to pull off. Incredible, they are incredible, every single one of them. To survive for that long in a region of the dream realm completely cut off from the rest of the human territory, one populated by nightmare creatures much more powerful than any dreamer could ever become. The achievement of these brave young men and women was truly remarkable. It filled her with a sense of compassion, pride, and hope. Humanity received an unexpected but wonderful gift today. Finishing the report of sending her to her superior, the young woman pressed a button that let the next sleeper know that it was their turn to come in. The door to her office opened. A pale young man with dark hair entered the office. Because of the nature of her job, she was accustomed to interacting with incredibly attractive people, and almost every awakened was pleasant to look at. After all, the young man in front of her was far from being the most outstanding in terms of appearance among them, and yet for some reason she was unable to look away. What the fuck is this bitch's problem? You think he's ugly? And yet for some reason she was unable to look away for a couple of moments, a natural smile somehow finding its way onto her. Wait, no. I read that wrong. There was something elusive about the young man that attracted attention, almost demanded it. He was of... Oh, wait, no, wait. That's all right. Is she cashing the hots for Sunny? What the fuck? He was of a small height with a delicate, slender build and a perfect white skin. His dark eyes had a humorous, slightly mischievous spark in them. The young man wasn't exactly handsome, but due to his small stature, pale complexion, and dark hair, he looked like a beautiful porcelain doll, and there was a subtle strangeness about him. The young woman couldn't quite put it into words, but it seemed as though his every move, every word was even so slightly not exactly how they should have been. Not really wrong, but also not completely right. The opposite effect? Yeah, my bad. I interpreted that wrong. I was like, wow, how dare you call him ugly? This quality was equally as disturbing as it was magnetic. It was the reason why she couldn't stop paying him a bit more attention to all the other sleepers she had interviewed today. The young man smiled and sat down opposite to her. In response, her own smile widened a little. Good day, my name is Teddy, and I will be your interviewer today. Awakened. Of course, she already knew his name. His file was open on the screen in front of her, containing all the information the awakening had on the pleasant young man. But it was important to create a friendly environment to allow the sleepers to relax. After their experiences in the dream realm, most were tense and on edge. Second to the last place in the ranking, poor kid. I can't even imagine what horrors he had to survive. The young man answered in a pleasant tone, Sunless, but people usually call me Sunny, so awaken Sunny, I guess. No, that sounds weird, just call me Sunny. Teddy nodded, then typed in a few words on her pad. I will ask you a series of questions about your time in the dream realm. The purpose of this briefing is to enrich our base of knowledge about it, as well as let us know how to better assist you in the future. Any little bit of information you can provide might help future dreamers in their own trials, but you don't have to answer if you don't want to, of course. Awakened Sunless, Sunny nodded seriously. Oh, he has to tell the truth. I understand. I promise to be honest and tell you only the truth. I am a very honest person, you see. Teddy smiled and asked the very first question. How long have you spent in the dream realm? Sunny sighed, a year and a few weeks, although it felt much longer. That matched the information in the file. That is so terrible, a whole year out there. She smiled with encouragement. I see you did very well, Sunny. Very few dreamers had managed to survive for that long, especially in regions such as the Forgotten Shore. Did you check the playlist I sent? No, I'll check it right now, Sunny. Oh no, I have it bookmarked. I have the. Wait, no, I haven't. Let me do that right now once we're done after this chapter, just so I have it saved for later. Thank you for reminding me, Sunny. I only had the one Cammy sent for LOTM. I see you did very well, Sunny. Very few dreamers had managed to survive for that long, especially in regions such as the Forgotten Shore, right? He shivers. My nose is so congested, man. I'm so sorry. I'm telling you, man, I caught that blood blossom effect. All the poisoning got in me. He shivered slightly before answering, yeah, that's what we called it. Teddy typed a few more words. From the interviewers with the other dreamers, we have confirmed that the region of the dream realm you were sent to was populated with nightmare creatures of the awakened rank and above. Can you confirm that information? The young man grew a little paler and nodded. Yes, awakened, fallen, corrupted too, although those only appeared at night. Teddy added a couple of lines to her report and asked, have you participated in the battles against the nightmare creatures? If so, how many have you killed? Sunny was silent for a second, then raised his hand to begin counting on his fingers with a thoughtful expression. 3 or 4. She began to type. He's so fucking funny. 3 or 4. She began to type and thought. 4 awakened creatures. That poor kid looked so weak, and yet he managed to defeat 4 abominations much more powerful than him, despite being in second and last place of the rankings. Good job, Sunny. You are truly admirable. But Sunny didn't finish speaking. Hundreds. Teddy froze, staring at the monitor. Excuse me? The young man thoughtfully scratched his chin and said, yeah, I think that's right. Around 400. After a long and awkward silence, he asked, I am sorry, Teddy. Is everything all right? She nodded slowly, then forced out a smile. Everything is fine, Sunny. I am very sorry. We'll have to pause the interview now. He looked at her with sincere surprise and blinked a couple times. Really, why? She cleared her throat and then answered in a small voice. I'm afraid that I am not qualified to conduct this interview. My superior. My superior will be with you shortly. Sunny awakened sunless. Please wait for a few minutes. Sunny said, oh, well, all right. It's been nice to meet you. With that, he gave her a bright smile. Is Mommy Jet back? Oh, let there be light. Is she back? Risk and reward. Oh. Is Jet back, or is it too early for that? 108. One sec. Top 1 is volume 3. Wait, hold up. I don't want to read all your top favorite volumes. Hold up. That sounds hype though. One sec, Sunny. Oh yeah. Oh, let me accept your request. I see it. Playlist for the next stream. I'm sorry. Okay. That we should have done that today, but we can do it this on a stream sometime this week. As a whole, I'll say that volume 1 and 2 are the best since they introduced to the novel. Yeah, dude. Yeah, you put the you got the words right out of my mouth, Uncharted. I think volume 1 and 2 Forgotten Shore is like the best. I think Lord of the Mysteries is a really good, well-established book. The highs in that series are really, really high, but it takes a while to get there. Unlike Forgotten Shore, it just like jumps right into it. Lord of the Mysteries takes it takes its time. It's like a slow burn. It takes its time getting to those points, and that's what I really liked about Shadowslave so far. At least with the first 2 volumes, the first big arc, Forgotten Shore, it just jumped right into it. And I really like it for that. It felt more video gamey, right? Than like web novel per se. But I like it, man. Chapter 3, and I'm not dissing one or praising the other more or less than the other. Me being positive towards both series. It's really good. Chapter 353, Risk and Reward. Mommy Jet is back. Here we go. Sunny left the office of the government agent in a strange mood. The conversation went exactly as he had planned. Even after a higher-ranking specialist had been called in, he managed to steer the interview in the right direction, manipulating both answers to questions to achieve the desired result. In the end, he wanted everyone to know that he was someone exceptional, not so exceptional as to overshadow the best of the best. Someone who was in the very highest of the tier of the young awakened, but also the very bottom of that tier. Even though he had kept his most outrageous compliments to himself, it felt weird to give away so many secrets about his skill, power level, and achievements. Sunny had grown so used to pretending to be a pathetic clown that removing the mask to reveal another, less outlandish mask was not so easy for him, and yet it was something he had to do. After he had awakened, there was not a single moment for him to properly think things through. He had to go through a series of medical and psychological tests, followed by lengthy debriefing. However, he had been able to realize one thing very clearly. I see everything. It is Lurker. His situation had fundamentally changed. Now that his most important secret was revealed and Nephis had become his master, it was as though a crushing burden had been removed from his chest, replaced by another, even more terrible weight. In any case, he could finally allow himself to relax a little, for a while at least, not because he trusted her that much, but because she was currently imprisoned in Dream Realm, unable to enforce her control over him even if she wished to. In a sense, as far as his worst nightmare became reality went, this would be the absolute best version of how things could happen. He had a lot of time to think about the countermeasures to prepare for whatever the future held after all. Walking through the corridors of the hospital complex, Sunny was engrossed in thought. One thing was sure about was that the divine shadow like him could only have one master, so he didn't have to worry about someone else finding out his true name and enslaving him. Not anymore. The Gilliton blade that hung above his neck all this time was now gone. However, he still kept the existence of his true name a secret for one simple reason. He didn't know what was going to happen if Nephis died. What would he be free forever or die with her? Oh, he felt that neither of these theories was correct. Firstly, because the description of the aspect described him as a divine shadow that had lost its master, which probably meant that he could lose another one and remain alive. Secondly, because the ruins of the shadow bond had become gray and lifeless but did not disappear, which meant that they might shine with ethereal light once again in the future. Oh, that makes sense. That's why it didn't disappear. So the most probable explanation was that he would be safe as long as Nephis remained alive, and if she was killed, anyone would be able to use the true name against him once again. A deep scrawl appeared on his face. How long could anyone survive in this decimated remains of the Forgotten Shore? The dark sea was gone, but so was the sun. Most of the nightmare creatures were dead, but the strongest ones survived. It seemed that Changing Star had escaped the collapsing Crimson Spire at least. What was she going to do now? Bro, where would she even go to find an exit? She'd have to go back to the Hollow Mountains, and then from like the Hollow Mountains find another place. I'm lowering my volume down a lot because I realized it was really loud. I think this will be better. What was she going to do now? Oh, my nose. Try to cross the Hollow Mountains to reach the human citadels, or try her luck in the unexplored regions to the north, west, or east. What were the chances of her making it back to the real world alive? If it was anyone else, Sunny would say that the probability was 0, but if it was Nephis, after all, for some reason, he was sure that she would survive somehow. So yes, even though many things remained unclear, his situation had fundamentally changed. He was an awakened now, which meant that there were countless possibilities in front of him. To get access to the best opportunities and the most advantageous treatment, he needed one thing: status. At this point, continuing to pretend to be a weakling would only be a hindrance. Sunny wanted to reap as many rewards as he could without putting himself at risk. That's why he shifted his usual pattern of behavior and gave the government agents enough information to paint himself as an exceptionally talented awakened. Not that he had a lot of choices. Sooner or later, people were going to learn at least some of the things about him on the Forgotten Shore and see that a weakling simply would not have survived all that. We are on 357. Luckily, there was no shortage of exceptionality, talented individuals who had awakened today. On any other day, Sunny's description of his prowess would have made a huge splash, but currently he was just one of 100. Speaking of that 100, turning to a corner, Sunny suddenly found himself in the middle of a small crowd of people. Dozens and dozens of young men and women were standing in the middle of a small hall, most dressed in simply trained clothes and provided by the hospital, just like he himself was. On their faces, there was an indescribable kaleidoscope of emotions: joy, sorrow, worry, anticipation. Most were looking at the small screen displaying a long list of names. These were the survivors of the Dreamer Army. Not everyone was here, of course. Some spent many years on the Forgotten Shore and had been transferred to other facilities by the government or their families. Sunny didn't see Sashan, Kai, or Effie, or Cassie. His face darkened. Oh, Cassie isn't here? His face darkened. The absence of the first two names... The first two made sense. Kai was probably being cared for in an expensive VIP care facility, while Sishan had to be kept in the stronghold of her clan. However, he had no idea where the other two were. Sunny hesitated for a moment and looked at the list of names displayed on the screen. Before he could read anything, however, someone quickly approached and hugged him tightly. What the? Looking up, Sunny saw a vaguely familiar young man holding him in a passionate embrace. Oh, this is beautiful. He needs this, bro. He needs a little bit of love, man, from time to time. Holding him in a passionate embrace. A moment later, the young man let go of him and looked down with glistening eyes. Sunny, you are here too. Before he can even answer, a somber expression appeared on the young man's face, and a voice that trembled with emotion. He said, thank you so much, Sunny. If it wasn't for you or your shadow, we would have never made it to the gateway. At the sound of these words, the others turned around. As soon as they saw Sunny, bright smiles ignited on their faces. A hum of voices. Oh, this is beautiful, bro. A hum of voices rose from the crowd. Guys, it's Sunny. Thank you, man. We will never forget. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps, bro. This is so good. This is so beautiful, bro. Oh my god. We will never forget what you did for us. Sunny stared then, dumbfounded. Weird. This is so weird. He's being praised. Ever since he had come to his senses near the sleeping pod, mundane humans were treating him with the utmost respect. They even went as far as to use honorifics, calling him Sir or the Awakened Sunless. And now this, why is everyone so friendly and happy to see him? He had never experienced anything like this before. What was this? Was this what it was like to be an awakened? After dozens of young men came closer to shake his hand or happily pat him on the shoulder, he awkwardly smiled. It's nice to see you too, guys. The young woman who had currently facing him smiled in response. Then, however, her face turned dark. Have you heard anything anything about Lady Nephis after coming back. He stiffened, then shook his head. No, have you? She turned back to the screen. Tears appeared in her eyes. Nothing. None of us did. Out of everyone who made it to the spire, only 2 are unaccounted for. We think Sheila's still inside. Sunny remained silent for a whole while, then asked, who is the second? It's Castor. Who is the second? The young woman sighed. Sir Castor, no one had seen him near the gateway. He must have gone to help her hold back the terror, and her voice trembled. Someone said that he died. Oh gods, what if Lady Nephis dies too? Sunny lingered for a few moments, a grim expression on his face, then squeezed her shoulders lightly and quietly walked away. Oh man. That got dark real quick. Fuck, man. It's like, and he has to hide that from them? Ugh. That was a good fucking chapter, man. 117. 10 seconds. Castor might go. Man, you guys, some of you motherfuckers really like Castor. What's with the Castor glaze? Why are we glazing Castor? He was a bad guy. An annoying guy. On top of that. But a bad guy nonetheless. Hey. I'm not going to argue. It's right. I won't argue with it. It is what it is. Chapter 358 is called Shadow Step. The hospital staff had provided each of the newly awakened with a small room and one of the underground levels of the complex to have a place to rest and get accustomed to their new abilities while waiting for more permanent accommodations if they were going to remain at the academy, of course. It was also a place where they could take their families to talk and spend time together in privacy. Currently, many emotional reunions were taking place in similar rooms around Sunny's, made especially joyous and heartbreaking because the survivors of the Dreamer Army had spent long years on the Forgotten Shore. They had gone through hell indeed, but their loved ones in the real world had suffered a great deal as well. Not that Sunny would know anything about that. No one had been waiting for him to return after all. And in any case, the room he had been provided was sufficiently comfortable. There was an area for training, a desk with a pitcher of water and some snacks, a sofa, and even a bed. None of the returned were going to sleep, of course, not for a few days at least. At the very end of the field of the shimmering ruins, Sunny could now see a new string of I'm sorry. So once they go back to sleep, it's GG and they're back in. That's it, right? Like, they're awake. So they're going to force themselves to be awake, kind of like how Sunny did, where he was awake for like a week. But they're going to be awake for a few more days, and then once they close their eyes, they're back in the dream realm. Like, are they going back to the dream realm, or are they going to like the second nightmare? Wait. Don't answer that. But they go back. They go back. Oh, that's so fucked up, bro. It's like, it's not even. That's so fucked. Oh, dude, that is so fucked. Oh, Guilty 3. Why not give them the chance to stay behind if they wanted to, bro? That is so fucking cruel. Yeah, but they can. I get the fact that they can come back. It's like the shit that's just so fucked up, bro. It's like they're forced to go back, bro. Like, they're forced to go back. Like, that's it, bro. Like, there's no beating around the bush. Like, maybe I'll go next time if I really want to help out the dreamers. Like, no, bro. You going back in whether you like it or not. They're gonna spend a few days with their loved ones and fight that sleep fatigue, and eventually when like the darkness creeps in, they're back in. They're literally back in hell. That's insane, dude. Where am I? Should I just read it? Let me just start all over. The hospital staff provided each of the newly awakened with a small room at one of the underground levels with complex to have a place to rest and get accustomed to their new abilities while waiting for more permanent accommodations if they were going to remain at the academy, of course. Oh, wait, hold up. None of the returned were going to sleep, of course, not for a few days at least. At the very end of the field of the shimmering ruins, Sunny could now see a new string of symbols. Gateway. Gateway? Usually the name of the gateway that an awakened had last used would be written there. This was their anchor in the dream realm. Every time an awakened fell asleep, they would be transported to the gateway they were anchored to, spend some time in the dream realm, either as much as they wanted or as little as possible, only until their soul was ready to travel between the worlds once again, and then go through the gateway to wake up back in reality. Oh, the same gateway. But now this is the thing that's worrying me. If the Crimson Spire crumbled and crashed, what the fuck happened to the gateway? Like, I feel like they're gonna be sent somewhere else because the great gateway crashed. Forcefully drafted to the trenches whenever you sleep. That's insane, dude. However, the gateway of the Forgotten Shore had been destroyed. For that reason, every single survivor of the Dreamer army now had no anchor in the Dream Realm. They didn't mean that they would remain. Oh, that didn't mean that they would remain in the waking world forever, though. Rather, it meant that they were going to be transported to a random one as soon as it fell asleep. Wow! They seen the Citadel? Read more. Don't worry, just keep reading. So now they get sent to a random one again. That's so bad. So, like, if the thing didn't crumble and they cleared everything, they're like, oh, you know, we just kumbaya, we chill, we hang out for a few days, hold the ground, hold the fort, and then we just leave. That's insane. But because it crumbled, they fucking get blipped to a new random spot. Rather, it meant that they were going to be transported to a random one as soon as they fell asleep. Just like during the first journey into the land of the nightmares, the prospect of being at the mercy of the spell once more was nothing short of terrifying, especially for Sunny, who had the misfortune of always finding himself in only the most extreme of circumstances. However, the situation wasn't really that bad. There was a way for a newly awakened to change their anchor without relying on chance. It was to acquire the services of a saint who would be able to take them to the Dream Realm without involving the spell, appearing near the saint's own anchor. Oh, and then when you're at the saint's anchor, that's your new anchor. Ah, of course, the anchor would most likely be situated in one of the human citadels, allowing the awakened to anchor themselves to a gateway in human territory. Fated licking its lips right now, like, oh, but that's not how it's gonna work for Sunny. We gonna fuck him up. We're gonna send him somewhere cruel. Fated is like, we are gonna give this man the craziest, most profound fated encounter, and we're gonna make him go to hell again. That's literally what's happening. There were just a few dozen saints alive across all of humanity, so for an average awakened, their help would not be easy to get. However, Sunny was not an average awakened. In fact, none of the survivors of the Dreamer army were. Every year, the most promising of the newly awakened were recruited by powerful citadels and provided the means to anchor themselves to their gateways. Everyone profited from this arrangement. The talented awakened received a chance to change their anchor if they wished to do so, while citadels received new powerful defenders or useful craftsmen to enhance their living conditions and the infrastructure. With how extraordinary the 100 survivors of the Forgotten Shore were, and how unusual their circumstances turned out to be, there was going to be a small recruitment war happening in the next few days. Prosperous citadels were going to fight for the right to add these outstanding young men to their populations, promising better and bigger rewards, and if during an auction the government would inevitably get involved too, helping those who for some reason failed to find the citadel to call home. Jet is gonna get Sunny to her anchor, right? Because I assume she's a saint. I don't remember she was a saint. I'm assuming she's a saint. The survivors of the Dreamer army just had to remain awake long enough to make a choice and settle to the details of their future anchors. Since their physique was far superior than that of the mundane humans, they didn't have to sleep every day, so 2 or 3 were not going to be a problem. Sunny had a lot to do in these few days. The first thing he had turned his attention to after returning to his personal room was to test the limits of his shadow step. The results of these tests left him pleasantly surprised. Just like he had suspected, the ability to travel between shadows was akin to a weird form of teleportation. He could enter a shadow that was large enough to encompass his body and instantly appear in another. That's fucking hype. The distance of that jump, however, was not too large. Currently, it was even smaller than that of the range of his shadow sense. Around a dozen meters or so. However, he knew that it would increase as he absorbed more shadow fragments, just like the range of shadow control had increased back on the Forgotten Shore. There was an exclusion from that rule too. He was able to travel between his own shadows no matter how far apart they were. By now, he could control his shadows for as much as a couple of kilometers away. That meant that if both were sent into opposite directions and they reached the limit of shadow control, the range he could potentially instantly cover about 4 kilometers of distance in less than a second. You guys don't hear anything, right? For me, it's annoying. But if it's not annoying for you guys, then I think we're chill. Before Sunny could move through the shadows as though he was one of them, becoming practically undetectable, But now he could literally become a part of the shadows, diving into them and becoming incorporeal. Not only did it make him completely undetectable by means of sight, hearing, and smell, but it also allowed him to move with incredible speed through any uninterrupted shadow, no matter how long and vast it was. Oh, it has to be uninterrupted. Oh, like an LEC. We don't hear anything? Okay, good. In that state, he was invulnerable to physical attacks, but also unable to perform physical attacks of his own. It also felt very strange, sort of peaceful. Sunny had to constantly remind himself to concentrate and not forget what he was doing. The ability would become truly incredible at night or in the depths of some terrible cave system like that they had traveled through on their expedition to the Hollow Mountains. In short, Shadow Step was incredible. However, it came at a price. What is the price? Unlike Shadow Control, which was a natural to Sunny as breathing, using Shadow Step required him to expand essence. The more distance he covered with a jump, and the more time he spent as an incorporeal shadow, the more essence he would have to consume. Sunny suspected that the theoretical 4-kilometer jump would eat all of his essence, leaving both of his cores dry as a desert. Oh, and then, oh, so he can't just fucking button spam that shit, right? He just can't go like he has to use it sparingly. It's like an ultimate. Okay. Spending essence was not the same as spending shadow fragments, of course, so we're good. His shadow fragments are chill. His soul was always slowly generating essence, eventually filling his core to their maximum capacity, while shadow fragments increased the maximum capacity and were used to create new cores, as well as turn echoes into shadows. Still, he also needed essence to fight effectively and use the more powerful enchantments of his high-rank memories, so balancing its expenditure was an intricate task. Truly becoming an Awakened had opened a whole new layer of both incredible opportunities and insidious problems. Think of essence as magic powers. Yeah, I'm already thinking of it as like his stamina gauge, or like I guess magic, right? Yeah, no, yeah. Keep looking and you'll get blind and go blind. Truly becoming an Awakened, he had opened a whole new layer of both incredible opportunities and insidious problems. It was a lot to take in, but he was going to get there eventually. Sitting on the floor of his temporary quarters, Sunny sighed and summoned the runes. Finally, it was time to reap his rewards. Is he gonna look at his divine legacy? He had worked so much and done so much to get here. First, repeating the same sword strike thousands of times, day after day, until his hands bled and his muscles screamed from the pain. Learning the basic katas and movements from Nephis' flowing battle style, then gaining enough insight into it to make it his own, almost dying to receive the gift of clarity, then fighting against the Shadow Saints and slowly incorporating her grounded technique into this. Studying the movements of his shadow to catch the slight difference in how it held itself, then spending countless hours trying to decipher the hidden meaning behind it, until his mind was ready to boil, solving that mystery and traveling into the past to observe the birth of the nameless temple slave and the beautiful dance of his mother, and then the torturous practice and arduous process of turning his vision to the elusive and wonderful battle art into reality, only to finally succeed in the middle of the furious bloody battle against Nephis. Of all his achievements, this was perhaps the one he was proud of the most. Because Shadow Dance was entirely his, it was something he created out of almost nothing, something that bore and expressed his individuality. Sunny had never received any type of inheritance, so this legacy, which was created by himself and for himself, held a special place in his heart. Aspect Legacy Shadow Dance Mastery Level 1 out of 7. First Relic, Claim. Is it called Claim or is he claiming it? Second Relic, Unearned. Third Relic, Unearned. Holding his breath, he concentrated on the runes, describing the first relic, and whispered, Claim. As Sunny watched the runes glow brightly for a few seconds and then changed, first relic, Claim, and a moment later the spell spoke softly into his ears. You have received an Aspect Legacy relic. You have received a Soul Serpent. I know exactly what this is. Easy. Money in the bag. Pff, dude. He has the hold, let me update this. I already know what Soul Serpent is. Easy. Come on. You guys don't think I forgot. I didn't forget. This is probably gonna be our last chapter, by the way. It's gonna be okay. So this is gonna be our last chapter, but I get it. Tomorrow will be resuming from 360, but I get it. I already know what this is. Soul Serpent. When Sunny saw like the mother dancing, she had like I thought it was a snake tattoo. It's a serpent tattoo. And if she was doing shadow dance, and it looked that gracefully. That means she probably already had the same soul serpent divine legacy, right? I don't know if we can gauge what other one she had, like a level 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Bro, I love the soul serpent. All I know is I think the soul serpent is the same shit the mother was using in his memories. So like now he has like a serpent. Wow, he is. Sunny is such a badass. Now he's gonna have like that snake tattoo. All right, let's read it. Oh shit, I was like choking on my spit. My head was throbbing, man. That hurt. Yeah, it's gonna be our last chapter. I'm telling you, man, I caught that blood blossom poisoning technique, man. Shit fucked me up. Last chapter of the day, and yeah, I think this is gonna be a good stop point. Chapter 359 is called Soul Serpent. Sunny stared at the ruins for a while, then slightly tilted his head. A shadow with an unexpected boon, usually a legacy relic, came in the form of a memory, or very rarely an echo. Perhaps there were some other types of relics out there, but he had never heard of them. Ah, that didn't mean much though, but now Sunny was reasonably certain that there were a lot of things that he, as well as the rest of mundane humans, had never heard about. Awakened kept a lot of secrets. Nevertheless, receiving a shadow pleasantly surprised him. Looking up, he saw a new ruins appeared out of thin air. Shadows Oh! Is this gonna be like Gunlug's armor? Where like he had an echo and it kind of looked like a memory armor, but it was like a fucking echo creature wrapped around him. Now his shadow is gonna be wrapped around him. And then the marble saint is like a physical echo you summon. It's fucking sick, bro. And then the serpent is gonna be like swirling around him at points or some shit. Like fucking Shang-Chi, right? From Marvel, how like the quotes are always like moving around him. Shadows, Marble Saint, Soul Serpent. Sunny hesitated for a few moments and furtively looked around. The small room was empty and quiet. Feeling a little bit stupid, Sunny shook his head and summoned his new shadow to take a good look at it. A slight breeze moved his hair, and in the next second, nothing happened. Huh. Sunny frowned and looked around the room, then scratched the back of his head. What the hell? Where's the damn snake? It's around you, bro. Look at your arms. Look at your back. He had hoped to see a giant serpent made out of shadows appear in front of him, with black scales as thick as plate armor, and a mouth wide enough to swallow his enemy's whole, or an average-sized snake at least. But there was nothing. He even checked to see if a new shadow joined his two invaluable helpers. But no, both rested on the floor, one seemingly content and the other bored and in a perpetually bad mood. Weird. He raised a hand to rub his eyes. He seized it on his hands. He raised his hand to rub his eyes, but froze at the last moment. What is that? There was something dark on the skin of his wrist, peeking out slightly from beneath the sleeve. It's the snake. Following intuition, Sunny hastily stood up and took off the top of the training suit provided to him by the staff of the hospital complex. Left naked at the waist, he looked at himself through the eyes of the shadow. Huh. Out there on his spell skin, an intricate image of a black serpent was tattooed, so detailed that it almost seemed alive. The serpent coiled around his arms and his torso. Its tail rested just above his right hand. Its head just above his left. What? I have a tattoo now. In the darkness of the small room, the serpent almost seemed to move under his skin. Two curved fangs threatening to break its surface. It's striking, beautiful, and disturbing. Of course, Sunny recognized the serpent immediately. Both the nameless temple slave and his mother had a very similar image, marking their skin after all. Oh! Even the nameless temple slave had that snake tattoo. I forgot about that part. I just remember the mom. It was the shadow god's mark. But why did his new shadow turn into a tattoo? Confused, Sunny listened to his body and soul, trying to feel if something had changed about them, and soon he did notice a small difference. The flow of the shadow essence through his body had changed. If previously it had circulated naturally, now it seemed to flow the coils of the serpent, moving faster and with more intent as if directed by them. Soul Serpent, does that thing enhance my shadow's essence control? My nose, man. Damn, that's so bad. I'm sorry, guys. To experiment, Sunny poured essence into his limbs and then performed several movements of shadow dance. After that, he jumped from one shadow to another a few times, expending even more essence. He felt different instantly. Not only was he able to control the essence better, but it also he doesn't waste it as much. But it also seemed to be consumed at a slightly slower pace and restored at a faster. Oh my god, this is a good ass buff. It was consumed at a slightly slower pace and restored at a faster one. Soul Serpent served as a channel for it, existing both in the material and the spiritual plane. As such, it was connected both to his cores and to his body, creating a strange bridge that collided Sunny to use his shadow essence with better efficiency. This is a very useful shadow. Those words were egregious. Those words were an egregious understatement. Sunny had already understood how important and vital managing essence was for the awakened. Any tool that could enhance the aspect of their power was truly precious. And he got such a marvelous one practically for free. He also was sure that the serpent would only get more powerful in the future, provided he kept it well fed, of course. But now he was supposed to feed memories to a tattoo. Perplexed, Sunny thought for a bit, and then finally concentrated on the runes once again. Shadow Soul Serpent, Shadow Rank Dormant, Shadow Class Monster, Shadow Tribute, Shadow Guide, Soul Weapon, Shadow Description. When the end came, Shadow was the last of the gods to be destroyed. Many have resented him for creating death, but in the end, death embraced all. Yes or no? No. Nothing. The interesting detail of a connection between Shadow God and death. Oh, noting the interesting detail of a connection between Shadow God and death. Sunny Lord. I'm sorry. Death is involved. Is this Lord of the Mysteries? Because death was in Lord of the Mysteries. Noting the interesting detail of a connection between Shadow God and death, Sunny lowered his gaze. However, the last string, the one that had been accustomed to paying the most attention to when it came to Saint, was missing. There was no indication of how many shadow... Oh, you don't need to give it shadow fragments. It doesn't need memories. There is no indication of how many shadow fragments it would take to make the serpent evolve. Sunny frowned. Come to think of it, the strange shadow was clearly connected to his soul. Perhaps it wasn't a coincidence that it was a monster. Sunny was a monster himself after all, so maybe the serpent would not evolve its class like a saint had. It evolves with Sunny. It would not evolve its class like Saint had by consuming the soul core of a suitable nightmare creature. Most likely, it would grow alongside Sunny himself because it's attached to his soul. But why was it of a dormant rank while Sunny had already become awakened? Maybe its rank was not tied to Sunny. Oh, maybe it wasn't tied to Sunny's soul, but to his comprehension of the shadow dance. Oh, that makes more sense. As shadow dance levels up, the soul serpent levels up. Got it. Currently, maybe its rank was not tied to Sunny's soul, but it was its comprehension to the shadow dance. Currently, he had mastered only the first of the 7 steps of the battle art, and the serpent belonged to the first of the 7 ranks. Would it evolve to a higher rank if he mastered more steps? Full of thoughts, Sunny sighed and turned his attention to the shadow attributes. Shadow Guide, attribute description. Soul Serpent guides the shadow essence as it flows through your body. Soul Weapon, attribute description. Soul Serpent can consume... Soul Serpent can assume the form of a weapon? So it's not just an augmentation, but like an actual physical weapon? The form of a weapon? Wait, what? Sunny blinked a couple of times and stared at his left wrist, where the head of the soul serpent was drawn under his skin. Its scales were so intricate that it almost seemed as if the creature was moving. Now it really was moving. Following Sunny's mental command, the soul serpent slithered up to his hand, and then... This is so fucking cool. And then it escaped from it, turning it into a dark blade. As the coils moved across his body, the blade grew longer and longer until a hilt wrapped in black leather rested comfortably in his grip. The tattoo was gone. Sunny found himself holding a lustrous greatsword. He has a fucking greatsword? It was a menacing, formidable, foreboding Odachi. Okay. Itachi, you have a katana. Regular sized sword katana. You have a tachi, which is what Sunny has. A katana is a long version. A tachi is a long katana, and Odachi is a long fucking greatsword ass katana. Got it. And this is only the first relic, mind you. This guy is gonna get so fucking strong, dude. Including the hilt, the Odachi was as long as he was tall. long as fuck, bro. The Odachi was as long as he was tall. It was surprisingly light for its length, but heavy enough to inflict a truly devastating wounds, almost invisible on the dark steel. And lifelong image of a coiling serpent was etched into the blade. He waved the greatsword in his hand for a while, and then smiled darkly. Truly, this is a weapon worthy of a shadow. It was still weak, though. If it was a memory, it would have only been dormant one of the second tier. Sonnen was going to have to put in some work to make the Dark Odachi really fearsome. After finishing for today, watch the first video from the playlist. It's not that long. Bet. I got you. With his sight, he commanded the serpent to slither back onto his body and then disappear entirely. A few seconds later, his skin was clear and empty once again. What a bountiful harvest I had. What a bountiful harvest indeed. What a bountiful harvest I had today. So he stared at the darkness for a few minutes and sighed heavily. It was time to do something that he had dreaded doing ever since returning to the real world. He couldn't put it off any longer. Oh, is he gonna go meet Cassie? Guess we're gonna have to save that for tomorrow, huh? Oh, wait, did I not put 59? One sec. Oh, is Ellie crying? I heard like a... She's probably sad. Yeah, she's probably sad. All right, let me do my timestamp. Overall thoughts. And then we'll watch the first video. I got you, brother. Okay. We'll make it quick. Oh, look. Look. Check it out. Overall thoughts. This is a good fucking start. And that 360, please, one more. No, I'm gonna stop right here just so I can watch the... I'm gonna head out in 15 minutes, so we're gonna quickly watch the first clip Sunny sent. It's insane how this series has hooked me. 360 is the perfect place to end. I'll leave you guys on the cliffhanger. You only gotta wait 24 hours. Don't worry, we'll read more tomorrow. So I have 2 questions on the length. This is what I want to know. Hold up. No, we'll do more tomorrow. Just because it is getting kind of late. Me streaming more than 3 hours nowadays is kind of hard for me because it's kind of hard for me to time manage everything else I eat. But okay, read 362. I know. We'll save it. You know what? We'll save it. It's a good cliffhanger. I don't get to experience cliffhangers like you guys that are caught up. When you guys are caught up, you're like, fuck, I gotta wait a day. But I'm choosing to like revel in the cliffhanger. I think what he's putting off is going with Cassie. And I know some of you guys live on the other side of the world, so you guys need your bedtime, man. It's like middle of the night for you. But this is what I want to know. 1, how many chapters is volume 3, if you guys are allowed to tell me? Like, you guys can tell me it's like 100, 150. You guys can give me a rough average. And then the other thing you guys can tell me is how many volumes is the next arc? Because I don't think it was a spoiler for me knowing that the Forgotten Shore was 2 volumes long and it was 350 chapters. I don't consider that a spoiler. I think it sets me up for expectations, at least for me. That's for me. 200. God damn, that is long. Oh my god, we have to do another Forgotten Shore. All right, that's it. That's good. I'll take it. I'll take it. Revel the goat. Who's Revel? Is Revel a YouTuber? A Shadow Sleep character? Did I nice stack, catch up, read, and so on. All right. That being said, I know you guys really want more, but it is kind of late for me. So we're just going to watch the one quick short video Sunny sent, and then we'll be back tomorrow for more glorious Shadow Slave. So far, I'm excited. I don't know what the arc is called. I don't think I'm going to know what the arc is called until we wake up, and he wakes up in like a frozen snowland, and we're like, oh shit, Antarctica. Or like, oh shit, desert. Oh shit. No, I don't want Forgotten. If we get Forgotten Shore again, I'll be like, oh shit. I hope we don't get that. I hope we get something new. But we will see. We will wait until tomorrow. That being said, peace. Have an amazing day. If you like what you see, and if you definitely want to see more, no, at least right now, I know you guys want to see more because there's like 85 people watching live. 80, we had like 90 something watching live. But if you guys really do want to see more, please like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on bell icons. It feels weird saying that at the end, but we're saying it at the end. We're not saying it at the beginning. It really does help the video get shown. Like when, I guess, YouTube picks up like engagement from like a community watching a video, it gets spreaded more. So that means a lot. Oh yeah, I lied. We can't end stream. We gotta look at the tattoo art. Hold up. Discord. Haha. Sorry, I was lying. Discord art, and then we'll head out. I don't have artwork. If you guys have any artwork, send it my way, and then we will look at it tomorrow. We'll look at it at the beginning of tomorrow's stream, but I will look up just a little bit on my own time, just so I have a thumbnail. That being said, peace, have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for more. Later. Let me see what Sunny sent. Let me just see how long it is. As long as it's not too long, Sunny, we'll be chill. Ah.
Flaws are an integral part of shadow.
Like 99% of them. Ain't the tattoo art normally spoilers? Oh, rip, it's spoilers. Is it spoilers? He already knows about how it is, so it's about how it... Well, look, I don't think it's a spoiler. If you're showing me artwork of, like, the snake around him, that's not a spoiler, because his first body already had it. No, I know, we'll watch. I already have it up. Oh. Fuck, I mute... Wow, I can mute myself on OBS. I didn't know... Wait, no. Oh, I'm muting my PC audio. It's not a spoiler if he doesn't know. All right. And maybe I'll take a peek myself. I'll see what happens. So we're gonna check out a quick video by none other than Pine Gwyn. Did I pronounce it? I think I pronounced his name wrong. But he has a video on Flaw's perfect Shadow Slave. I assume this is him going over what flaws are. As you can tell, I'm somehow still mixing up ranks and classes, even though we just went over it like a few days ago. Sorry, I'm mixing it up, but we're gonna check this video out.
I'd even go as far as
Wait. Club Penguin? Damn, some of you guys don't know it, but some of us, man, we grew up playing Club Penguin.
Flaws are an integral part of Shadow Slave. And I'd even go as far as to say that it's one of the main reasons that Shadow Slave is as popular as it is. If you
wait, I should not read all that on... I'm not going to read that. I read something called Beast. I'm not going to read that in case that's a spoiler. But I can see how flaws are an appeal.
If you were to take away flaws from the novel, all you'd have left is probably a generic run-of-the-mill system novel.
I guess, right? Because the flaws are like handicapping you. I'm sorry. Is he dissing at a series called The Gamer? I don't know what this is.
Since a lot of the struggles, conflicts, and
Sunny and Nephis?
character developments would all be gone. Say, for example, look at Nephis. Her flaw is that she...
Have I looked at the map of the Dream Realm? No. But I only know the biomes.
Feels pain every time she uses her abilities.
Nephis, check.
Not only is this very inconvenient for her, but it also reveals a lot.
Her fucking face. I'm sorry. Is he like hand drawing all this shit? This is funny.
About her character, because Nephis is someone hell-bent on revenge, even if it means she has to wager her life or the lives of millions of others. So what flaw would be better
Cassie. Oh, that is so funny. Dude, it's like we can't hate Cassie because her flaw and her attributes, like, dude, it's like she had to make that choice, bro. She had to pick one or the other.
Her than
what the fuck is this?
One that requires her to sacrifice herself each time she uses her abilities. Through flaws, Guilty 3 is able to give readers a very in-depth understanding of...
And that understanding is they're very determined, willing to sacrifice everything, can endure anything, loves Crayola crayons for their taste. Queen Von Neff. I don't know if she likes crayons.
Each character, and in that sense, flaws aren't really nerfs to characters, but rather the nightmare spell forcing each carrier to understand and be true to themselves.
Oh, I didn't interpret it that way. Let me hear that again. So it's not necessarily a way to handicap them.
Themselves.
But for them to be
spell
themselves?
forcing each carrier to understand and be true to themselves. Speaking
Oh.
of forcing the carriers to be true to themselves, let's look at Sunny, whose flaw
Okay.
is that they cannot tell a lie. This
Yeah, he can't tell a lie. True. Oh, and before he used to always be like a smug liar, right?
seems quite contradictory to
I have 109.75 centimeters tall. Truly lost from height.
what I said prior about flaws forcing people to be their true selves.
I'm you?
Because on the surface,
Oh, so this
when
is
you
flaw.
look at Sunny, this vertically challenged individual is
He made him smaller.
anything but honest or forthright.
Uh-huh.
Of course, this is only on the surface, because if you were to take a deeper dive and look at Sunny,
He wants to be a
he's
truthful
actually
individual.
quite the caring individual, whether
Oh,
it be
his
care for
sister.
his family, friends, and or innocent lives.
Kai?
It's alone helping others, he would struggle to help himself.
We're recording?
Hence,
Oh, yeah, we're good.
it wasn't up until he was doing better for himself that his true caring and honest nature was able to grow and shine.
And
So
that's why he got that flaw where he always has to be truthful.
in that sense, the nightmare spell is magical beyond just giving people mystical powers, because it is able to completely ignore the upbringing someone has.
That's
and
cool.
Directly give them a flaw.
I
that
never
is
would have thought
true
about
to
it that
their
way.
Soul. Now, in terms of flaw hierarchy, Nephis and Sunny's flaws are great, but they're not really my favorite.
But what about her? She has to be hurt, so it's like she will willingly put herself in danger to save the more, or
Rather, my favorites are these two. One that I can't.
his favorites are Cassie's. What the fuck is this? C? Is this a spoiler?
Get into because it's a topic for another video.
Okay.
And I don't want this one to go on
I don't know what this is. Don't tell me what it is. At first, I was like Caster, Kai. No, probably I don't know. But I know what this is. This is pretty obvious.
too long. But this I can get
Don't
into
mention it yet. Don't mention it.
because Cassie's flaw is that she is blind.
She's blind.
Which is actually very poetic because Cassie
Skip?
can
Yeah,
see
we'll
the
skip that part.
future.
Yeah, we won't mention it.
She cannot see in the now, the present.
Wow.
This drawing back to all the
That's
stories
sad.
about people being so obsessed or
Jupiter eating his son because of a prophecy that his kids would dethrone him. Yep.
inundated with what's to come that they cannot see or live in the now. In the story, even if we may not see it,
Dude, can you believe that's going to be us holding a physical book later this year? I feel spoiled. I only just started reading the series.
Cassie is always planning and scheming. But if
Scheming? Fuck you mean she's always scheming? What's she gonna do?
she were able to just take a break and look at the people around her, she'd
I'm
see
sorry.
that some things are better left undone or unspoken.
No way.
Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Here's Kai, whose flies that he's a beyonder from the spectator.
I'm gonna just say this. I really hope Cassie doesn't start scheming shit in the future because she has crazy ass clairvoyance, where she's like using Sunny or she's using Nephis, man. It's like I can see how Cassie becomes this crazy big bad guy for her own personal means, and I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm getting kind of scared. The more I think about her flaw and like how she can see the future and all this shit, bro. I don't know, man. I know she was scheming against him from the beginning, but I'm like trying to say, like, what else would she be able to scheme? But I like it. That was a fun little video on flaws. I do like that, how it kind of parallels their true intentions or like their flaws. Yeah, don't spoil it. Hold up, don't spoil. But I do like how like their flaws like kind of mimic like who they really are deep down, or like how Sunny was this crazy ass fucking liar because of the way he grew up, but like deep down inside, like he truly cared for blank character. Or how it's like there's so much about him that like he actually cared about, but it's like the spell's like he forced him to be who he kind of is. No more schemes. I don't buy that. There's gonna be more schemes, huh? All right. If you guys like what you're seeing, want to see more, Make sure you like, comment, sub, and make sure you guys check out the guy's page. It's right here. Pine Guan. I think I'm pronouncing it wrong. But it's his channel right here. It's pretty cool. All right, you like what you see? You want to see more? Like, comment, subscribe. Let me turn on the light again for our outro. And I will see you guys all next time. Peace. Have an amazing, beautiful day. Later, guys. What would be the worst possible flaw to have? I don't know, man. But we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be back a little bit later than usual. So right now we'll probably start like an hour. Whatever time it is right now, we'll probably start an hour before. So what the time it is right now, subtract 1 hour, that's the time I should be live tomorrow. So I'll let you go. I see Sunny's deleting messages. Oh, wait, careful with spoilers, But you guys are good. I'm not reading anything, so we're chill right now. I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna spend time with my dog, the missus. I'm gonna de-stress, play a little bit of Final Fantasy 14. I might just go live and play that shit on the free trial if I'm able to log in. But we'll see what happens. Love you all. So many spoilers. With a lot of spoilers. I feel, oh, I just saw something else get insane. Careful. Suddenly delete that message. Uh-oh. So, are we going to need new mods for Shadow Slave stream? Because I know right now it's kind of hard for Sunny managing like 60 to 70 people. So, whoever you guys are down to nominate next, you guys let me know. Right now, I'm just trying to think of frequent chatters. I'm thinking of frequent chatters. More mods for sure, yeah. I'm thinking of frequent chatters. And I'm thinking of people that haven't spoiled. So frequent chatter, you have potential to be mod. And you have a better chance of being a mod if you haven't spoiled. If it was like one indirect spoil, I think it's chill. We'll let it slide. But I'll let Sunny. If you have any recommendations on who should be mod, if you got top 3, top 5 lists on potential future mods for Shadow Slave read-through, you let me know, brother. I'll take your opinion because you've been a big help. You've been a big help for our streams for Shadow Slave. Put Gregory. I got you, brother. More mods for sure. Put Gregory it is. Look at that. Greg Prob. Easy. There you go. Majority vote already. Gregory. My friend, I am now donning you with the armor. The music shall resume. He seems chill. All right. Gregory. This one's for you, brother. With great power comes great responsibility. I now knight you as a fellow mod of the Easy Geeky community. By the will of Sunny, by the will of Uncharted, and others, I have taken upon the task of mod. I can help if needed. I'm not here much. No, I know. I've seen you. I've also seen you too, Uncharted. So, LOL. So, also, if you don't want to be mod and it's too much pressure, wait, pause music. Also, if it's, thank you, Lord Easy. Thy will is thy command. We have a new standard moderator. If there's a point where you don't want to be a mod where it's too much work or whatever, or like you know what, man, probably give it to somebody else that has more free time and whatnot. It's cool, man. You let me know. No pressure. Now, here's the one thing. Just remember, as mods, sometimes you guys might accidentally say a spoiler, and if another mod says like, hey man, it's a spoiler, and you're like, no, that's not a spoiler, and you don't undelete it, I'll be like, chill, whatevers. But like, remember, no mod rivalries. We are one holy, beautiful community. Because I remember during our LOTM streams, we had 2 mods come to a disagreement. It wasn't heated, but it was very discussional. But as long as we're chill, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good in the hood. That being said, love you all. And I'll see you guys very soon. I'll try to be here for the SS streams, but I might be late. No, you're good, bro. It's okay. I mean, I joined Discord, though, so hopefully I'll be there. No, I know. I've been seeing you on Discord. Yeah, I mean, I think we might have to add more people on Discord soon as we're getting more members. But I think the way I have it set up on Discord, current mods can promote mods to like a lower tier of mods, at least for unsending messages. So for any future mods, they'll get promoted by the current mods, right? Like that's like I'm letting the mods I've entrusted in the beginning to choose the next mods. That's how I'm seeing it, at least on Discord, because it makes it easier. Also, since I'm not always there. But I love you all. See you all soon, and we'll be back tomorrow exactly at this time, but just subtract an hour. Love you all. Later.